A continuous bombardment of excitement is set for Fall Brawl with 2 title matches and 2 main events. 2 men, Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, have carried each other through many battles. In this conflict, they will be on opposite sides of the firing line. Verbal assaults have battered and bruised their relationship. The lines have been drawn. They will meet in hand-to-hand combat in the match you always wanted to see, but never thought you would in this Fall Brawl. The war zone will be lowered. The perimeter is permanent. Escape is impossible when WCW World Champion Hulk Hogan and his maniacs, Randy Macho Man Savage, Sting, and the new recruit Lex Luger, who's returned from behind enemy lines, will be sent to the front to battle the members of the Dungeon of Doom. The Taskmaster commands Ming, the face of terror, Zodiac, yes, no, Kamala, the Ugandan warrior, and Shark to attack at will in the ultimate fighting arena at Fall Brawl in the War Games.
You are looking at a capacity crowd as World Championship Wrestling, where the big boys play, presents its annual Fall Spectacular Fall Brawl from Asheville, North Carolina. Hi, everyone, along with Bobby the Brain Heenan, and of course, me, Gene Okerlund. I am Tony Schiavone, and it was back at the end of July, if you'll recall, where World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan declared war on the Dungeon of Doom. And earlier today, as we saw, right before the main event, war really broke out as the Giant, driving a monster truck, destroyed Hulk Hogan's Harley-Davidson motorcycle, the same Harley-Davidson given to him by the fans back at Bash at the Beach in Los Angeles. War is on. The Dungeon of Doom mean business here tonight.
I asked the Giant what happened. He said, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I am sorry, sorry, sorry."
Why did he say he was sorry, for crying out loud?
He says, "I'm sorry Hogan wasn't riding the motorcycle when I ran over him." You see, this is going to be the mother of all wars tonight.
It really is, and we have 2 rings enclosed in a steel cage, the ultimate battleground, and we are set to go for the first bout here on Fall Brawl. Flying Brian here in this opening bout. The most important of matches in this young man's career, because in the opening bout here, as you know, fans, one of the great feature events will have Flying Brian and Johnny B. Bad collide. Yes, they are friends. Yes, they know each other quite well, but a lot is on the line here as we await the arrival of the Bad Man. I tell you, Brain, we have a capacity crowd on hand. As you said, the mother of all wars later on in this arena will collide when they drop the cage for War Games, the match beyond.
And still to come, Ric Flair against his longtime best friend, the match we never thought we'd see, that everybody always wanted to see, against the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Oh, they love Johnny B. Bad in Asheville, North Carolina.
Marry me, she'd have to beg.
And I know they love him across the world. We are set for our first bout. The combatants are in the ring, as you can plainly see, and right now, we send you to our ring announcer for the opening bout. Here is, oh, there goes the Frisbee, Michael Buffer.
Well, this town hasn't been the same since they heard that WCW was on its way here. It's close to Mayberry, isn't it?
That's nowhere near Mayberry.
Everyone's dressed like Aunt B.
All right, Michael Buffer is in the ring now. I guess Johnny B. Bad is finished, or is it?
I'll tell you, he better not concentrate on making these people yell. He better concentrate on Flying Brian.
Well, this is all a part of Johnny B. Bad. It's all a part of what he is about. The fans have come to expect when Johnny B. Bad is in the ring, there's a parade around. Oh, my.
But look at Flying Brian. He is all business. He's not looking across the ring at his friend. He's looking across the ring at a man who's standing in the way of a very, very important opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the WCW Fall Brawl right here in Asheville, North Carolina. Let's begin with a special WCW United States Heavyweight Championship Challenger elimination match. The winner of this match will be the mandatory opponent for the WCW US Heavyweight Champion, the one and only Sting. This is a one-fall match with a 20-minute time limit. Your referee assigned is Nick Patrick. Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, wearing black and white and weighing in at 226 3/4 pounds. He's no stranger to championship competition, as he was part of the former World Tag Team Champion Hollywood Blondes. Ladies and gentlemen, from Hollywood, California, he is Flying Brian.
Interesting that they are more in favor of Johnny B. Bad here.
And his opponent from Macon, Georgia, wearing red, white, and gold, weighing 238 1/2 pounds, a former boxing Gold Glove champion, a former WCW World Television champion. He's a bad man, presenting Johnny B. Bad.
Tell you, no question who the favorite is here for the fans in the Asheville Civic Center. They are jammed to the rafters, as you can see, high above the battleground. That will lower on these two rings. The bell sounds, one fall, 20 minutes. The winner to meet Sting for the United States Heavyweight Championship.
You know, and Sting's got a lot on his mind tonight because he's going to be in this cage fighting the Dungeon of Doom. But he's also got to think, one of these men are my friends, and I'm going to have to meet them.
I do understand that U.S. title match is scheduled at this time for a week from Saturday on WCW Saturday night. So that'll be the 30th of September on Saturday night, where Sting will face either Bad or Flying Brian. Good duck behind by Flying Brian. Waistlock. Bad attempting a standing switch here and executes one nicely.
What they're doing right now is they're feeling each other out. They want to see what each other is all about. But I'll tell you, tempers are going to flare in this one because there's a lot at stake.
Well, if you'll recall, it wasn't too long ago. There's a good reversal. As a matter of fact, last night at the end of, whoa, great hip toss by Flying Brian. At the end of WCW Saturday night, Johnny B. Bad came out congratulating Flying Brian on a great win, but said that tomorrow night it would all change. So yeah, they're getting hotter in their collar already, but both men are very tentative. They are not going at it early in this match with reckless abandon, and that's important.
Well, I think they're waiting to see which of the first one's going to pull hair. Who's going to be the first one to throw the punch? Who's going to be the first one to put the boots to the other? That's what they're waiting for. I wouldn't wait. I'd start right off putting the boots to one of them.
Flying over the top, Johnny B. Bad, great drop. Leapfrog maneuver. Rolled underneath that one by Flying Brian. They both try to drop kick and both back up.
Now look at this. They're not rushing into each other right here. Look at the eyes on Johnny. He's concentrating now. He's gotten all the glitter and gold off himself and all the shine and all the lights and all the camera and all the action. Now he's got to produce.
Tell you, Brian has this strange look on his face. I don't know what it is. He usually smiles and he usually gives fans high fives, but he was very determined. He was determined that way earlier here in the day in Asheville. Was not very talkative. I guess he's really concentrating on what is before him. And Johnny B. Bad right now with a great counter move that time. And Brian trying to slow things up by sinking back into a neutral corner.
Well, they say that when Flying Brian played pro football for the Cincinnati Bengals, he was the same way. He wouldn't talk sometimes 3-4 days before a football game. Probably couldn't, had no teeth.
Full arm dragon twist as Flying Brian is down on his knees. Fans, we have War Games, the match beyond. And yes, as Mean Gene said to Hulk Hogan on their main event pre-game countdown program, that the Giant obviously is here somewhere. Great move by Flying Brian.
Oh, you know he's here somewhere. I saw the footprints out back. I thought it was a Yeti.
Side headlock takeover. No question, the Giant is here, and no question, the cage will lower. Plus, these fans have been on pins and needles. They have been on the edge of their seats. All they can talk about is the match we never thought we would see. The Nature Boy Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, for the first time ever in pro wrestling history. The closest of friends will battle later on in this ring here in Asheville.
Well, they both have separate dressing rooms in the back, and there's a lot of security between both of them. Well, with my press pass, I went back there. I couldn't even get in. They're not granting interviews to anybody. I was going to give one last-ditch effort. Come on, guys, talk it out.
1, 2, got a 2 count that time.
You know, you can work out anything unless one guy's a jerk.
What do you want to stop the match?
No, I don't want to see two friends fight. I like them both. Of course, I do think Flair has gone overboard a little bit. Maybe he should apologize first.
One fall, 20-minute match. Nick Patrick, of course, looking in here. Both wrestlers, as we said earlier, very tentative. They know how much is at stake. One costly mistake, and the chance of getting the U.S. title could slip a man by for a good 6 months to a year. And that costs you money in this sport, as you know.
Let me ask you a question. Who do you think Sting would rather wrestle?
I think Sting would rather wrestle Johnny B. Bad.
Why?
One, I think he knows more about Johnny B. Bad. He's trained him. He knows a lot about the youngsters. As a matter of fact, Johnny B. Bad, in his formative years, which wasn't that long ago, fans, as you know, turned to Sting, relied on Sting, trained with him. So he knows a lot about him.
So Sting trained this man.
Yes.
So basically, Johnny B. Bad is Sting's pet.
No, that's
It's
not
like
it.
a Cocker Spaniel
No,
or something.
no, that's
Can he
wrong.
retrieve and fetch?
I don't know.
Have you ever rubbed his stomach and had him
And
roll
would you
over?
stop a drop toe hold? Flying Brian rolls him up.
Good move.
1, 2. Johnny B. Bad barely got out of that. It was close to the end of the match.
And if you don't watch yourself, you can wind up pinning yourself in a move like that.
That's right. Snapmare takeover. Flying Brian with a reverse chin lock.
I think he'd rather wrestle Pillman. Sting.
Why is that?
Well, because I think he has a little more feeling for Johnny B. Bad.
Take a look at that one, would you?
Bobby the Brain Heenan for president.
Did you write that, or did you have that design and give it to that fan?
No, those are all his own crayons. Yeah, he's the mayor of Asheville, that man right there.
That youngster takes enough time to put a sign out in your honor, and you got to rip him apart.
Didn't rip him apart.
You ripped
Does
him
he want
apart.
me to be president? Make him
Elbow
give me
into
a
the
donation.
Yeah, you need money, don't you? Into the corner.
Oh!
Great flying head scissors. Flying Brian living up to his name. Rolls him up. 1, 2.
He got him.
Did not.
Well, that's who's going to win the match. The luckiest man in this one. Because I know they both train. They're both dedicated athletes. They're both focused on this match because they know what's ahead for them. And it's going to be the man who shows the most luck, the man who has the most luck, who wins the lotto here. Because they're very even, unless Johnny wants to resort to his old sucker punch.
Nick Patrick checking closely in with Johnny B. Bad. This has been a very physical matchup between these two. A lot of counter moves, counter holds, but the good thing about it is, even though it's been physical, it's been a physical wrestling match with holds. And this is what we're all about, fans. World Championship Wrestling, why we are #1, because of our combatants in the ring, because of our athletes. The greatest competitors in the world wrestle right here in World Championship Wrestling.
And not only that, Tony, after this 3 great hours of pay-per-view wrestling here at WCW Fall Brawl,
One.
he's got him right after that, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Monday.
Nitro.
Nitro is right.
You're exactly right, on TNT.
Live from where? The Band-Aid capital of the world.
From Johnson's, from the eastern part of the great state of Tennessee. As a matter of fact, as we said, Nitro travels all over the world, all over the country.
So we're going to Johnson & Johnson, Tennessee, right?
Wrong again, Brain.
It's close.
A good look at this capacity crowd. This is, you fans who've been following wrestling all over the United States know that Asheville, North Carolina, one of the great wrestling cities. And this is why the Ric Flair match against Arn Anderson, so much anticipation, because both men certainly own their wrestling skills right here in Asheville, North Carolina. One of their
They're legends
hometowns.
here.
Yes, they are. Johnny B. Bad works on that side headlock on Flying Brian. You know, we talked about the greatest wrestlers in the world right here that you see each and every week in World Championship Wrestling. In the weeks to come, more new stars from all around the world, more new surprises coming your way.
Oh!
Great backbreaker. They are all coming to World Championship Wrestling from all points. Here's a cover from Flying Brian, hooked a near leg, and he got a 2 count.
That's a very nonchalant cover. He's got to hook the tights or his leg or bang his head down one good time on the mat just to ring his bell.
You know, a lot of the wrestlers, when they have a lateral press, will hook a far leg, the leg furthest away, giving added leverage. That time, Flying Brian had the near leg, and that may have cost him that time. But right now, into a Boston Crab, Flying Brian trying to get Johnny B. Bad to submit.
Well, they may be doing too much thinking. They may be trying to think 2-3 moves ahead. I would just play it by ear, gentlemen. I wouldn't try to outsmart the man that much. Because you both know each other. You both know what you're about.
Hey, Flying Brian dropped the hold. He
I don't
dropped
know
the
why.
hold and now
There's the punch.
There's your punch. Flying Brian got out of a wrestling hold and went to a clenched fist punch to the face and now pulls him by the hair.
Brian's just had enough. He's frustrated with himself. Oh.
Johnny B. Bad is obviously injured here. Flying Brian now with a high impact blows into the ropes. A pickup and a great move.
He might have
Johnny
him.
B. Bad got a 2 and only a 2 count.
That was close. Now, I wouldn't go for the leg here. I mean, he's got the wind knocked out of Flying Brian. He's got him grounded.
Keep
I'd
pounding
stay
away.
on him. Pound away on that lower back area and the rib cage. Stay on him there. He's got time now to get his wind back.
What you have to realize, fans, because of how young these two men are, they have been wrestling for a number of years, both men, and they're very young, but they are still veterans. So they can go a long time. This 20 minutes is nothing to them.
No.
They can pound away. They can take punishment. And I believe that Johnny B. Bad realizes that you can pound away on Flying Brian, but he is so resilient that he can continue to come back on that.
That's from great conditioning.
Look at that, almost into a surfboard type maneuver. As he ties up the arms and the legs of Flying Brian into a submission type hold.
Are those Flying Brian's feet or Johnny's?
They're Johnny's feet, hooked underneath the shoulders.
God, how do you do that to the man?
Well, there's a good look from director Craig Leathers, pulling on the arms and back and just riding on the lower legs, the calves of Flying Brian. He's into the ropes. You see the other ring, of course. Later on, the double cage will drop, and the Hulkamaniacs and the Dungeon of Doom will battle in both rings. There's a push, and Flying Brian.
do you
Johnny
think?
B. Bad showing a lot of temper now.
He's ready to go, and he will go with you.
Flying Brian back into the corner with Bad. A back elbow found its mark into the temple area. And the fans are starting to boo Flying Brian here.
Because he took the first shot. That's smart. If he takes the first shot, usually the one who gets the first shot and wins a fight.
Sliding the head across and that is it's an old Anderson tactic. The fans here know that one. Use the man's head and slide it in that hard rubber top turn buckle or the top rope.
Rubble. You're starting to talk like Dusty Rhodes now. Clubber, rubble.
Sorry. And now Johnny B. Bad. He is really letting his temper get the best of him. Flying Brian. Johnny B. Bad's after him. Or is it?
I'll tell you something. Johnny B. Bad threw more punches right there than you saw McNeely throw in his fight with Tyson.
Fans want Flying Brian. They're kind of irate at this man. They want to get back in the ring and go at it. Johnny B. Bad calmly waiting on him.
I mean, there's so much at stake here.
Wait a minute. He's not going to shake his hand now. Flying Brian wants a handshake.
His friendship may be out the window.
As you can see, obviously, Bad got tattooed earlier in the match. And Brian has really used some illegal tactics here. And Johnny B. Bad's not going to go for handshake. I would dare say that regardless of what happens in the match, this friendship may be broken up.
Well, you know, a year ago, Johnny B. Bad would have shook the hand. He's gotten smarter to it by now. But then again, maybe Flying Brian just wanted to shake his hand.
He dumped him out.
You have to give people the benefit of the doubt, Tony. You can't be rude and pessimistic.
Yeah, boy, that's a lesson you could learn.
Well, I don't need that kind of
Oh, you don't,
knowledge. Now he's biting. You're not going to beat the man biting him.
I would agree to that.
You got to get him in that ring. You got to get him in a compromising position. Get the wind out of him. Get him where he can't get you. Get him hurt. I'd be working on that left hand so he could never throw it. That's what I'd go for.
Johnny B. Bad comes in with a great maneuver.
He may have him here.
And now with a lateral press, and a foreleg is hooked, and it's a...
Did he get him?
No, it's a 2 count.
You don't get any closer than that.
You're right about that, and he counters now with hooking a leg of the foot on the hand of Flying Brian.
See, I'd still go for that left hand of Johnny B. Bad. I'd put it in the turnbuckle. I'd twist those fingers. I'd have that stuff popping like breakfast cereal.
Here's a reminder, you can talk live to the WCW Superstars backstage during this entire telecast on the WCW Wrestling Hotline on Option 2. Right now, Mike Tenay is back there, and we will have pre-match and post-match interviews where you can call and talk to all of our stars, so give the hotline a call. And now we're checking in on Flying Brian. Johnny B. Bad's got some offense going here. And Flying Brian is in trouble here.
Who do you think's going to stab Hogan in the back first?
I don't think anyone's going to stab Hogan in the back.
I think Sting is. Told you
I
that.
know the world thinks Luger is. Well, not so sure. That time it was the jaw of Johnny B. Bad, I believe, hitting Flying Brian in the face. Both men went down hard.
Talk about being two-faced.
And Nick Patrick executes a 10 count here.
He'll never make it past 2. You know Nick Patrick.
It's Flying Brian up and back down.
And look at, no one has left their seats. No one's getting popcorn. Everybody's watching this match.
They are cheering for Johnny B. Bad to get up, and Johnny B. Bad is up. Here he is, standing and Flying Brian with a headbutt, put him right back down.
But that took enough out of Flying Brian also.
Oh, what an opening bout. World Championship Wrestling coming to you from Asheville and Fall Brawl. Once again, here's the 10 count. Finally at 6, Flying Brian slowly pulling himself to his feet. He's up, the match continues. Johnny B. Bad very, very slowly getting up as well. And Flying Brian, hey, you gotta give him a lot of credit. He has now followed up with their heads hitting together with a headbutt, face to the turnbuckle, and some high impact blows on the head region.
Johnny's hurt. His bell's been rung. He's not sure where he's at.
He was hurt earlier on in this match. And Johnny B. Bad.
Of course, I've been in Nashville for 2 days. I'm not sure where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not. I believe I heard, what was it, the time? Did Michael Buffer say 5 minutes remaining?
I don't pay attention to Michael Buffer.
You don't pay attention to anyone.
Is that a disqualification if he gets him over?
Could be. Yes. Over goes Flying Brian.
He almost hit the edge of that apron with his spine. He almost broke his back right there.
Flying Brian hit hard on the outside, and I think the fact that Johnny B. Bad was on the outside as well prevents a disqualification. Johnny B. Bad.
See, now I don't know if I'd be going for those high impact moves this late in the match. Plus, you're not going to beat the man on the floor. You can't beat him on the floor. Now you got to get him back in there and work on him some more, and then go for the cover or the submission. Nothing's going to happen on the floor except you could get hurt too.
Well, I think Johnny B. Bad has had a little resurgence here, a little second win, if you will. He is up on top, and he gets drop kicked right in the chin.
Now Brian's got to get up, and he's got to get on top of him. But I'm not sure he knows where he's at.
That was an incredible move and great timing on Flying Brian, who lays on him and gets a 2 only. 2 count. Wow. We are getting down to the waning moments of this match, and I'm not so sure how much time is left. 3 minutes is what I understand. He stopped him, he picked him up and powerbombed him, and now he's got him 1, 2, and...
No, you didn't get him.
2 count only. A 2 count only. What a way to open up Fall Brawl 1995.
And the winner of this match gets the United States champion Sting. If there's anything left of him after War Games.
Up. 3. Oh,
That's it. Go to your room.
1, 2, and he got out of
No. I didn't think he'd kick out of that one.
Okay, we do understand we are now under 3 minutes. And each man scrambling now. It's been a grueling matchup.
I'm not sure they're aware of the time,
Over
though.
around 18 minutes worth now, and they're giving it their all. Flying Brian is going to try and move, and it didn't work. Johnny B. Bad saw it coming, pushed him off, hooked the far leg, and he got it.
No, he didn't.
You
Now,
saw Nick Patrick. It was inches away from a win from Johnny B. Bad.
Now's when I'd use that left hand and knock him out.
And I'm not so sure Johnny B. Bad realizes the time.
He doesn't.
I think you saw Flying Brian ask the referee how much time was left.
I'm not sure Johnny B. Bad can tell time either.
Well, 2 minutes. There you hear it, 2 minutes from Michael Buffer. And Bad now maybe wants to try the bad mood, or the bad day, or the tutti frutti, or maybe a Russian leg sweep.
That's a submission, but he's got less than 120 seconds.
A Russian leg sweep into a submission hold. I've never seen that, but he's got it hooked on. Pushing the leg. It's a very strong muscle, as you know, up against the neck and the head. And Johnny B. Bad, as Nick Patrick checks in, still not giving up here.
What time do we have? How much time do we have?
We have less than 2. Settle down. And now hooking through the arm. Boy, you have 2 men in immaculate shape here.
And they want it bad.
Yes, they do. 2 men who have really pushed it to the limit in the gymnasium, working out, preparing, and training to try to get a shot at Sting's U.S. title. At the 1-minute mark now, they now have to kick it into high gear for the last 60 seconds.
Less than 60 seconds.
Of this contenders match. The winner to get Sting, the loser, maybe another day.
Well, Flying Brian, is he out? He's out.
Now we're gonna find out on this one. He's not out. Johnny B. Bad mounting a last-ditch comeback now. Can he do it? Scrambling.
Coming up on 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
We are at 30 seconds now. Into the ropes. Johnny B. Bad. Head first to Flying Brian. He got him. He got him with the Tutti Frutti 1, 2. He is underneath the ropes. He is underneath the ropes. It was only a 2 that time. At the 15-second mark.
10, 9,
Flying up top.
7.
He covered it. 6, 2, and Bad's out.
He won't get him. A draw.
We're gonna have a draw.
What does that mean? Sting fights them both?
That is it. The bell has sounded.
Now what's the
20
decision on
minutes
this?
has expired.
The time limit
20
is expired.
minutes has expired.
Hang on a second. What are we gonna do here? Who's gonna wrestle Sting? Nick Patrick is talking.
In this match. Even though the time limit has run out, the match must continue. The board of directors, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Referee Nick Patrick has been authorized to go to a sudden death. The WCW Board of Directors must have a winner for the mandatory challenger. We go to sudden death overtime.
I never heard of this before.
How about that?
First things happen. First time I've ever heard that happen in wrestling.
It's sudden death. We must have a winner between Flying Brian and Johnny B. Bad. And remember, the winner of the match will go on to face Sting. As you heard Michael Buffer say, we have to have a challenger for Sting in the U.S. title.
So how long do they have?
They have sudden death, which means you play until it's over, okay?
Well, they could be here on Nitro then tomorrow.
That's right.
I've got to shave sometime.
We sure do. Flying Brian, waiting, chapped him as he was coming through. He lured him on the outside. Into the chest.
They're going for the bank now.
We've got a Donnybrook on the outside, and now, watch out, using the safety rail. Johnny B. Bad tried to put the brakes on there.
And that's that left shoulder.
That's right, that is that left shoulder.
Good move by Flying Brian.
Remember, take out the left shoulder, take out the left-hand punch. Rolls him back in.
And you're taking out the thing that could beat you. That man's left hand, that left punch.
Flying Brian up on top. High risk maneuver here.
Again.
Both men attempting a drop kick, and neither man hitting pay dirt. All right, once again for the 3rd time in this match, a 10 count administered by Nick Patrick. Got to give both men a lot of credit. They have really, as the old cliche goes, pushed the envelope on this one. They've tried high-risk maneuvers. They've tried submission holds. They've tried everything to win. Neither man giving an inch.
They didn't try the one thing that could get him victory.
To cheat, right?
A pipe wrench.
Right. They've given it their all here and now. Bad into the ropes. Sleeper is up. And this late in this match, this could be very, very effective.
I hear Z's. I hear someone snoring.
He's got it clenched on, and the knees are buckling, and Bad's going back. Brian better roll out of that. He did. He had his shoulders down, did Flying Brian. The referee asking, the referee checking to see if that's a chokehold. It is not. It is below the chin. It is on tight, and Johnny B. Bad's going out again.
But Johnny B. Bad is sweating so much, I don't think he can hook it on him as tight as he should to put him out,
That's a
as
good
quick
point.
as he should.
That's a good point. Bad, you see his eyes are open. He is to the ropes. That gets the break. He's trying to fight from his knees, but Bryan will not let him get up. Finally, he's up. Oh, what a match. He sends him into the ropes, and he's got a sleeper hold on Flying Bryan.
It's time for a night-night for Mr. Pillman now.
It is sudden death.
see
Bryan
Johnny-
with a great belly back counter out of the sleeper hold.
There was so much sweat on Johnny B. Bad's arms, he couldn't keep that sleeper on Pillman.
Well, both men are going at it. This is what it's all about in World Championship Wrestling. That athletic competition, one-on-one or two-on-two.
It's
Or
the
in
money, the money.
Or in the case of later on, it's war, 4-on-4.
Maybe not. Maybe it'll be 5-on-3. Could be. Maybe they'll all jump Hogan.
Something's up.
Oh.
Wow, now what was that for? Late in this match?
Switch up.
Why would you try that? Nevertheless, Flying Bryan getting a little bit cocky here in the early moments of sudden death. He shrugged him off. Flying Bryan hit hard and Bad over the top. He's got him. One, two. Did he get him or not? He did not. He did not get him. As a matter of fact, as he rolled out of the way, Flying Bryan hit the arm of Nick Patrick coming down, stopping the count.
You couldn't have got a paint job between his hand and that mat. I thought it was over.
He's trying to powerbomb again, and Flying Bryan reverses it. How
He
many-
drove his head right into
One,
that mat.
two, and
Where do they get it?
how many times have
Look
you
at
seen
Flying.
this?
Look at Flying Bryan. What can I do with this man?
It's got to be a match of frustration for both men because they have tried everything. You know, they've trained hard, like we said. They've worked hard. They've thought about this match. They've given it their all, but only one man, as Nick Patrick said, will be able to walk away. We must have a winner in this opening bout. And the crucifix is on. Flying Bryan. Johnny B. Bad countered it. 1, 2.
No!
Did it go down or not?
He
It
counted
did not
down.
go down. It
His
was a
ha-
2 count.
His hand went down, but the shoulder was up, and he realized it's a 2 count.
Thank you, Mr. Head of Referees.
Don't mention it, Mr. Schiavone.
Wow, this one to get you out of breath. Fans watching with us here.
I told you it's going to be the one who's the luckiest.
It could be.
They've tried it all.
Sometimes it takes a lucky break. Oh, it's a bad day for Flying Bryan. That's it.
He's not getting up out of this
two.
one. Did he? Did he?
He got the shoulder up.
I don't believe this.
He got the shoulder up. Wow. We are loving this, and we know you are at home.
This is wrestling.
Picked him up. This is why WCW, they proved it last Monday, and we're proving it here, why we're #1 in the world. Flying Bryan with his DDT from the middle turnbuckle. Now he has a shot at winning this. And a lateral press. Hooking a far leg. He didn't get it. He did not get it.
It's going to come down to luck because they've done everything. They pulled out the kitchen sink. They've been on the floor. They've been in the air. They've been off the top ropes. They pile drive each other. They backbreakered each other. Name it. They've done it. They've had sleepers on each other, but they keep going for those high risk moves.
Flying Bryan is up top at Johnny B. Bad. I don't know if he meant to do that or not. But
Of course he did.
as he fell up against the ropes, that foiled Flying Bryan's attempt to fly high. Now they're battling on the outside. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Oh my goodness!
I think maybe Flying Bryan's teeth ended up in the front row somewhere.
Now he's going to look like everybody else here in Asheville and Johnson City. Toothless.
It's time for the bad move. Here he comes. He's called for it. He wants it. Here it is.
Oh!
He got him. He landed on the shoulder of Flying Bryan.
He's out. He is out cold. Get him back in there. It's the only way you're going to pin him. You can't pin him on the floor. And that's dead weight. Pillman will never get up after this.
All right, the bad mood is on. Now he needs to put the finishing touches on his move called the bad mood. Here it comes. The knee's got up.
We're going to go into double overtime.
Can you believe what we're seeing?
Double sudden death.
Each man has countered each man's best move. 2, and it's not over.
I'm going to send out for some pillows and a bedroll. We're going to be here all night.
We've seen Flying Brian's top rope maneuver. We have seen his middle rope bulldog. We have seen the Tutti Frutti, the bad mood, the bad day, and they are still going at it. The winner to get Sting and the U.S. title shot. Johnny B. Bad finds himself out on the floor.
Are these two guys going to be sore tomorrow?
Well, you're not kidding. Bad trying to regroup on the outside. Here comes Flying Brian.
He didn't get him good. He took the worst of it.
I think you're right. He had to jump across those steel steps, as you see at the feet of Nick Patrick. He had to collide with Johnny B. Bad. I think he missed, and I think he hit chest first.
To even try something like that shows you, Schiavone, how bad they want it.
That's right.
How bad Flying Brian wants that title match with Sting, if there's anything left of Sting.
It's what you call going for broke. Both men have done that so far. And remember, this is only the opening bout at Fall Brawl.
When's the last time you heard an opening bout any place in the world where the people are standing, stomping their feet, and are this focused on a match like this?
Well, they've given it their all. Give both men a lot of credit.
Oh!
Once again going for broke, and that may have ended it. He falls in. 1, 2.
No, no, no!
No, I tell you, Johnny B. Bad's feet were underneath the rope. So Nick Patrick stopped the count before the 3. Missed the clothesline. Again, they
Look at
missed.
the speed, look at the speed!
And they cross. Bad covers 1, 2, 3.
They got it! That's what I said, he's the luckiest.
The winner and now mandatory challenger for the WCW US Championship, Johnny B. Bad.
What an opening bout on Fall Brawl as Johnny B. Bad and Flying Brian go what? 35 minutes or so of great wrestling action.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I did it, Mom. Who cares about your mom? Now look at this. Over that top rope. Somersaults over the top rope and lands on Flying Brian. Shoots him in. Look at the velocity. Look at his speed. 2 freight trains collide in the middle. And here's Johnny B. Bad. Again, colliding right with Flying Brian right in the middle. He's not going anyplace. 1, 2, and a 3. He earned it. He was lucky. Lucky.
Fans still to come in this telecast. War Games, the match beyond. They will lower the cage 2 rings later on. Plus, the World Television title, Renegade against Diamond Dallas Page. It's Buck and Slater defending the World Tag Team belts against Harlem Heat. Some interesting things have happened already tonight between Parker and Sister Sherry. We'll be talking more about that. But also coming up, one of the matches we've all been waiting for, and that is the Nature Boy Ric Flair against his close friend Arn Anderson. I know these fans here in Nashville know the both men very, very well, as well do our fans all across the world.
Well, this is something that should have never happened. It's all because of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan first came here at WCW, Flair snapped. His mind went in a different direction. Arn's been trying to hold this unit together, and Flair has gone off the deep end. Now they have gone, believe me, too far.
Well, maybe they have gone too far. Also, still fans, Cobra goes one-on-one against Sergeant Craig, Pitbull Pittman, what has to be termed as a big grudge match. But right now we go to...
Same to you, kid.
Right now we go to Mean Gene Okerlund with the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Talk to me like that.
Tony, got to be very tough for you to work with a very obstinate Bobby the Brain Heenan. Ric Flair, come on in. This is where you have your roots. Asheville, North Carolina, Nature Boy. You and Arn Anderson, during the embryonic stages of your career, this is where it all began. And isn't it ironic that the two of you should return here tonight as adversaries?
Doctor, the symbol of excellence. Double A, it was you and I. For 15 years we saw him come, we saw him go, but we bonded. We lived together, we sweated together, we bled together, and at times we cried together. But we shared that bond. Never having a brother, never having a sister, me adopted, you from a broken home, we bonded. we became what life's all about. We were best friends through it all. I never asked you for anything that I wouldn't give back, and you the same way. But here today, ironically enough, Asheville Horseman Country, the two of us, we don't walk that aisle tonight side by side, masters of the war games as the Horsemen were. No, we go out from opposite ends of the building. And as I said earlier, Double A, so many people in life never have an opportunity to stand next to greatness, to be around greatness, much less touch greatness. And tonight, my friend, you're going to face greatness.
Ric Flair, can I interrupt? Right now, as we stand here, a few minutes before your match, do you hate the man? Do you hate Arn Anderson?
The problem is, I love him. But I love him so much that tonight I gotta show him why. He's gonna have to explain to his little boy, or I'm gonna have to explain to mine, there's only one king of the hill. And in Asheville, North Carolina, styling and profiling, it's going to be, the Nature Boy.
I thank you very much from back in the locker room area. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Final comments before his meeting later tonight with the enforcer, Arn Anderson. Let's get you back to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, that Fall Brawl, is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Langley, Virginia, weighing 270 pounds, Cobra.
Interesting story that Cobra
It's payback
is not a
time!
Marine. He is a member of the CIA.
Special Forces.
Special Forces, exactly.
I found that out just from my man Woodrow the other day.
That's right.
Yeah, this man, they were on kind of the same mission, but doing different things. This man's like a double agent. He's like a spy. Can't trust this man. What a heart-rendering interview Ric Flair did.
Absolutely.
To admit that he loves the man, but he's going to teach him a lesson.
Some youngster gets the dog tag from Cobra, and the Special Forces member of Central Intelligence is here to face his old adversary. They're going to finally go at it at Fall Brawl.
His opponent, from Paris Island, South Carolina, weighing 268 pounds, Sergeant Craig Pitbull Pittman.
Where's this? There's.
Has he gone AWOL?
He may have. There's no Pitbull, Sergeant Craig Pittman. I mean, we can see through the smoke here that he is not here.
Now, he's not that kind of a man to be a deserter. He's not a deserter.
Oh, here we. Wait a minute. That's not the Pitbull. Was he sent someone from his platoon to do his work for him?
Looks like a private, like a young recruit.
Is that what he's done?
Oh, wait, let's find out. This is mental warfare.
Apparently the Sarge has sent a private out here.
Let me tell you something.
What do we
I got
got?
a message for you to give Sergeant Pippin. You go back in there and you tell him to come out.
My goodness, here he comes.
Oh, no. What a commando. What a fighter. What a soldier. Repelling from the ceiling.
And the Cobra doesn't realize what's going on.
He will. He is now at war.
This is real guerrilla warfare here. The Pitbull, ready for war, sneaking up on Cobra. As the private continues to argue with Cobra, here we go.
Be all you can be.
You get Pippin to come out here. You got
Pittman is here. And he's got his belt or something around his throat. The match starts. Boy, you talking about animosity. These two men.
He means business.
You're not kidding, repelling from the ceiling.
You know how high that is?
You never know what you're going to see on a WCW pay-per-view.
And who knows what you're going to see tomorrow night on TNT Monday Nitro. And that's live. You can see anything. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Along with Eric Bischoff and Steve McNuggets.
The Pitbull, the Sarge. Look at it.
He's got camouflage on.
He sure does.
He's ready for battle.
This is obviously personal. And Randy Anderson down on the floor to try to restore some order, but they're still going at it. Cobra returns, and Pitbull head first to the steel. Now Cobra gets some second win here. Rolls him in.
Well, I wish I knew the whole story.
I bet you do. You love dirt. Up on top, and Bull was one step ahead of Cobra. And now the Pitbull, Code Red. He's got the Code Red on. He's got it on Cobra. And Cobra needs to try to escape. He can't. This match is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, going into the match, Sergeant Craig Pitbull Pittman.
What an entrance. Repelling from the ceiling and then taking it to this man. Cobra giving him his best.
The Pitbull uses a little bit of guerrilla warfare.
That's another good day.
As he really lured Cobra at the beginning into feeling that he wasn't going to be here.
Well, look at this. He's got him where he wants him right now. He's going for that Code Red. And it's just too much for Cobra. He took it to Cobra from the beginning. The man repelled from the ceiling here at the Asheville Civic Center, which has to be what, Tony? 10, 15 stories high?
Yes, sir.
Came down on a cable, on a rope. This man knows battle. This man knows war. And we are at War Games.
Here he comes. Your winner, Sergeant Craig Pitbull Pittman, here at Fall Brawl. Well, fans, we'll be going to the World Television title match in just a few moments, but recently, Paul Orndorff, the man we call Mr. Wonderful, had a match against the Macho Man Randy Savage on WCW Worldwide. It was a tremendous matchup. We were there, but the Macho Man came out ahead. But a very disgruntled Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff was questioning why these things were happening to him.
Well,
after
he's
the match.
had a horrible streak of bad luck. The man just needed some direction. The man needed some help. Nobody's more intense than Paul Orndorff unless it's the Macho Man Randy Savage. And he has such an ego. Well, you know.
Well, maybe it's all changed now for Mr. Wonderful. As this video will show you, he was approached in the dressing room after that match. Take a look at this.
I can't believe what's going on in my life. I don't even know if I'm Mr. Wonderful anymore. Man, what is this? I can't believe this. Can't believe it. Don't know what's going on. Something's gotta happen. This is driving me up a wall. Who am I? This ain't me. And I just don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm Mr. Wonderful or not anymore. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Gary Spivey?
Mr. Wonderful, they let me back here to see you.
Gary Spivey of the Psychic Companions Network? What are you doing here?
I got a vision. I knew you weren't okay. There's something I have to tell you. I know you're not okay.
You did?
Yes.
How did you know that?
I got a vision. Psychics know. You gotta listen to me.
Gary, I used to be the highest rated wrestler in the whole world. I used to have so many belts that I could carry them all.
I know. I can see these things. You're not okay, but you're Mr. Wonderful, and you're not feeling so wonderful. These things are gonna pass. I see great things for you. You have to be Mr. Wonderful. That's you. That's you.
I used to be Mr. Wonderful, but I don't know.
No, listen to me. You are Mr. Wonderful. They call you Mr. Wonderful.
True.
Look in the mirror. Who do you see? Look in the mirror. Get up, look in the mirror. Who do you see?
I see Mr. Wonderful.
You see the vision I see. See, look, you'll see the same vision I see. I see Mr. Wonderful. Who do you see?
I am Mr. Wonderful.
See?
I am Mr. Wonderful.
You are Mr. Wonderful.
Yes, I am Mr. Wonderful.
They call you Mr. Wonderful.
I am Mr. Wonderful.
And you know you're wonderful too.
I look better than I've ever did before.
See my visions? Bigger cars, bigger houses, more money.
see Mr. Wonderful.
There you are. You see what I see. They call you Mr. Wonderful. And you know you're wonderful too. No problems. You're Mr. Wonderful.
I am Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
I am Mr. Wonderful.
There you
I
are.
am Mr. Wonderful.
That's it. Now you got it.
I am Mr. Wonderful. I like that. I am Mr. Wonderful.
That's right. That's it. That's great.
I am Mr. Wonderful. Thank you, Gary.
Mr. Wonderful obviously now believes in himself, doesn't he?
He needed that. He lost confidence in himself. Now Gary Spivey is coming and giving Mr. Wonderful what he needed, direction. He needed to hear that he is Mr. Wonderful. And believe me, Tony, I know how Paul Orndorff's mind works. He's going to change everything around. He is Mr. Wonderful. And I wonder if Gary Spivey could help me. I got $20 on Old Soup Bone in the third at Aqueduct tomorrow. Maybe he could pick me a winner there.
I understand you don't call him Paul Orndorff anymore. Just call him Mr. Wonderful. As we go to the ring for the World Television title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the WCW World Television Championship and is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, the challenger, formerly from the Jersey Shore. He now resides in Las Vegas, Nevada, accompanied to the ring by the lovely Diamond Doll and Max Muscle, Diamond Dallas Page.
Me right here, Daddy! The next television world champion!
I don't know what to think about him. Every time you see the lovely Diamond Doll come out, and she is gorgeous. Then you see this big mouth come out, this loud mouth, and the way he talks to her and treats her. Yes, he deserves every thumbs down he can get. World Television title match here on Fall Brawl.
And the man's got $13 million. He's won, and I heard he's reinvested it. Pulled off some very sharp deals, and he's even got more now than $13 million.
You can see what they think of the Diamond Dog, the upper deck here in the Asheville Civic Center. You know, it reminds me, remember in high school how the good-looking girls always went out with the dirt bags? That's what it reminds me of. You don't remember that, do you?
I'm trying to think about that. No, I mean...
high school must have been a long time ago for you.
No, it's not that. It's just that I never remember socializing. I'd pick who I wanted to date, and then
the chauffeur went to,
yeah, chauffeur would go to get him. It was kind of like a lotto. Whoever won the weekend with me. It was that simple.
Sorry I asked that question. All right.
Now this man's not going to wrestle till he's ready. He's going to check out both rings. He's going to make the Diamond Doll realize he's the center of attention. This is my night. I'm going to become television champion, not you, Toots.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, accompanied to the ring by the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, he is the World Television Champion, the Renegade!
The World Television Champion Renegade, as always, explodes into the ring. Here he comes after Diamond Dallas. Oh, and he backed away, didn't he?
See, he's turned his back on him. Bad move, bad move.
Here we go. Diamond Dallas waited till he got the right moment, and he jump-starts this match. Diamond Dallas and Renegade, the television belt on the line here. Into the corner, whipped him in. Page, Russian leg sweep. Nicely done.
He's got it.
1, 2. Ooh, a big kick out. The power of the Renegade.
Well, I'll tell you something about Diamond Dallas Page. He's not the same Diamond Dallas Page we've seen before. This man has energy. This man is focused. This man's flat out on the floor. Wait a minute.
Sure is.
No, but I mean, he's coming at him with a...
Hello, ring post. Hello, front row. Hey, he didn't pay for that seat.
This man's lucky he don't kill himself.
Diamond Dallas. Ooh, gets hit, but it. Renegade. Kind of peels him in across the rope there. Or across the safety rail, that is. The intensity. That is World Championship Wrestling. Two of our premier stars going at it for the World Television belt. And there's Jimmy Hart. with the Renegade. Renegade over the top.
Well, I think Diamond's plan was, you know, the Renegade, how he hits that ring with all that energy and all that speed and all that racing through his body, that adrenaline. And that's what Diamond wanted to do. He wanted to start off a match like that. He wanted to take it to him. He wanted to show him how fast, how speedy he is.
Head first. Goes Diamond Dallas. The Renegade clamps on a side headlock. The power, certainly the advantage of the Renegade.
Oh, he's got that headlock slapped on him.
I mean, he really does. Take a look at the guns on him, would you? What power, what arms on the Renegade.
And he'll be watching later on because he's a friend of Hulk Hogan's, managed by Jimmy Hart.
What will happen there?
What will happen when Kamala gets in that cage?
That's a good point.
And it's locked, and he's in a cage. Man's never been in a cage that I know of.
Diamond Dallas got to the ropes, trying to fight off that side headlock, but he cannot. The Renegade pulling and dropping.
I don't think Kamala likes cages.
No. Standing lariat. 1, 2, far leg, got a 2 only.
Now the secret to beating the Renegade is you have to make him make a mistake. Because the man's young. I don't know anything about him, where he came from. That's what you got to do.
And that's what happened right there, Brain.
Get the guy going. Make him use his energy. Make him run, make him run, make him scream, make him yell, and make him make a mistake.
He got airborne that time and made a mistake. Hit the top rope, choked him, and now Diamond Dallas hammering in. Little,
See, Diamond knows enough. He's not going to get in Russ' face.
Diamond Dallas. Great move.
You told me what that move is called.
What's it called?
The Zircon Cutter. See, the guy's not a real diamond. Cheap imitation.
The Diamond Doll shows the 10. I don't believe she was too happy about that either. Not much enthusiasm at ringside from the Diamond Doll.
Well, it's not her job to be happy. Her job is to do what that man wants.
Well, spinning neck breaker.
There's a million of them out there he can find.
Again.
Well, she's
Gary
getting
Spivey has nicer hair than her.
So she's getting downright mad. Look at her. Yeah.
Oh, what's wrong with her? She's got a good meal ticket there. The guy's got $13 million.
Would you stop?
They go on shopping sprees on
He
Rodeo
doesn't know
Drive.
how to treat a lady, okay? And you know better than that.
Well, maybe she's done something wrong. Maybe she doesn't deserve it. Maybe she burnt the toast. You don't know, Tony.
Burnt the toast. Give me a break. Outside goes Renegade. He hit hard that time. But the Renegade pops right back up. You talking about a man who can take a licking. He hit hard. He hit hard again. Look at it.
But he hasn't hit hard enough.
The Renegade just will not stay down.
And neither will Diamond. He's coming after him.
Headbutt to the midsection. Over the top. Sunset flip. Can he get him? No. 1, 2. Renegade counters. 1, 2.
No. Can you imagine if Diamond becomes the World Television Champion? The party there's going to be tonight. The party is going to be tomorrow
1,
night.
2.
On Nitro.
Maybe.
We may have to pour black coffee down Gene all night.
We might have to do that anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Uppercut. Actually, almost a forearm, almost a European uppercut. Sends him into the corner. Diamond Dallas.
This is the longest match the Renegades had. He usually disposes of you real quick.
That's a very, very good point, Bray.
Yes, that's why I'm here.
This is the longest he's gone. Therefore, the Renegade may be in trouble here.
As long as he should go.
In the corner.
Finish him off as soon as you can. Don't let him get his adrenaline going. He's gone as long as you want him to go. Don't let him get that second burst of speed. See, he's getting his win back. Diamond almost went over to the other ring. But he's still ahead on points.
Renegade. Blocked. Blocked. And a right hand from Diamond Dallas. Kicked in right in the solar plexus. And now the Renegade having trouble following it up with some other offense. Slinks in the corner and waits with a running lariat.
But he still has that energy level pretty high.
Look how Dallas scrambles to his feet.
He's measured him.
Not a bad move. He goes down. Hurt his back. That time hit his lower back hard on the mat. The Renegade. Cartwheel. Great move. And Dallas goes down.
trying to pin the man. He's making a mistake. See, Diamond Dallas is getting up.
He's perched. Double axe handle.
I thought he was setting him up, but he's not. That's it. No!
2 count. Action like this makes WCW the #1 wrestling organization in the entire world.
And who knows what will happen on Nitro.
That's right, as we go all across the country on Nitro. In the ropes. Oh, what a great move that was.
Great move. Great, that was a 10. Sweetheart, get the numbers. That was a 10.
Diamond Dallas.
Jimmy, you better save your hands. You better save your hands, Jimmy, because you're going to be needing it to knock on doors when you start looking for a job. Go!
1, 2, and a 2 count.
Well, if he'd have covered him maybe 10, 15 seconds earlier, he'd have had him.
A lot of frustration. He's going with the diamond cutter. Here it is. Here's his move. He shrugged him off and he hit the top turnbuckle. He rolls him up. 1, 2.
No! This is a new Diamond Dallas.
Right hand to the kisser.
Right in the throat, it looked like.
Wait a minute, Max Muscle up on top. And Max Muscle collides with Page. The power slam.
But
Here he
he didn't go for the
goes.
cover. He didn't go for the cover.
Here he goes up on top. Jimmy Hart standing in the way of Big Max Muscle. Can you believe that? And he jumps on Max Muscle. That may have been a mistake.
Sure, it's given Diamond Dallas too much time to recover.
That's exactly right.
And you've made Max Muscle mad.
Look at Max holding on to the leg. There's the diamond cutter. As he held on the leg. 1, 2, 3. It's over. It's over.
Ladies and
Party
gentlemen,
time.
the winner of the match and new World Television Champion, Diamond Dallas Page.
Absolutely incredible. As the man continues his lucky streak. Oh my, she doesn't like that at all.
Of course not. She's got to open up all the bubbly. Got to start popping those corks.
She's not even walking backward. She's still at the ring.
Well, watch this. Right off the top rope to the floor with a clothesline. Renegade comes off on top of Max Muscle. Now, obviously his foot got hooked around Max Muscle's hand. The diamond cutter. Dallas on top for the 1, for the 2, and it's party time. A new television champion.
All right, your winner, and that was a shock to me. And you made a good point. That was the longest probably the Renegade had ever gone. They got the best of him, and give Diamond Dallas a lot of credit. Even though I don't like him, even though I despise everything he stands for, he is the new World Television champion.
Tony, do you want to be rich?
Yeah.
You know how to become rich? You watch what poor people do, and don't do it. It's that simple.
Fans, earlier this evening, it seemed to me that Colonel Parker and Sister Sherry finally got together. They are finally on the same wavelength.
They've been bitten by the love bug.
Well, you know, at first it was Colonel Parker who was a little bit amorous towards Sherry. Then Sherry fell on her head, if you'll recall, at the Clash of the Champions. She gave Colonel Parker a chase. And now finally they are seeing eye to eye. I wonder how it's going to impact the World Television or the World Tag Team title match we have coming up next.
But aren't they going to have beautiful kids? Now
I
think
don't know.
about a bunch of little Parkers running around the house with big white hats on and diamonds and everything, and little Sherrys in those little dresses. This is great. I'm going to the wedding.
I bet you are. Let's go to the ring for the World Tag Team title.
Ladies and
Beautiful
gentlemen, it is
children.
time for the match to determine the WCW World Tag Team Champions. This match is set for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing first the challengers. They are accompanied to the ring by Sister Sherry from 110th Street in Harlem, New York. Stevie Ray, Booker T, Harlem Heat.
Now, fans, it was on the main event. Sherry came out to watch the American males face the Nasty Boys. You remember that?
Oh, yes.
She came out, and then Colonel Parker came out with flowers.
I want my stuff back.
And I believe we may have some sort of engagement here.
What will the honeymoon suite look like?
I don't know, but I can tell you, that's not what Stevie Ray and Booker T are thinking about. They are thinking about recapturing the gold.
That's right. They could care less about her love interest or Parker's love interest. They love the championship belts that no longer belong to them, and they want it back. She can flirt, bat her eyes all she wants. They don't
the
care.
belts are coming back to Mama.
Well, they won that 5-man interlady tag match, if you'll recall, in Daytona Beach back in the first part of August. That gave them a World Tag Team title shot. Let's go back to Dave Pinto.
Their opponents are accompanied to the ring by Colonel Robert Parker. They are the World Tag Team Champions. First, from Bucksport, Tennessee, Book Book. His tag team partner from Port Tampa, Florida, Dirty Dick Slater.
The World Tag Team Champions, Bunkhouse Buck and Dirty Dick Slater. You know, we are in western North Carolina in the mountains, right at the foot of the Great Smoky Mountains, and we're not too far away from Bucksport, Tennessee.
You're never too far from Bucksport.
Yeah, you're never far enough from Bucksport, I think. That's the way it goes.
No, it's becoming like Monte Carlo, like Maui.
Oh, really?
Vacation capital of the world.
All right, Sherry's in the ring with Harlem Heat. And Buck and Slater, we've already had one changing of the guard, so to speak, as we have crowned a new world television champ. We remind you that you can call right now the WCW hotline. Call it all night. Uh-oh. You can call the hotline all night long. Mike today with his inside report on a prominent wrestling star that has possibly defected to another organization, and talk live with the stars on option 2. Right now as we speak, maybe Diamond Dallas is back there in the Diamond Doll.
Oh, she's icing down the Dom right now. You know that the caviar is being spread on one of those little sandwiches, little cookies they have and stuff. And we're gonna have umbrellas. You're gonna have a great time tonight.
I'm not going anywhere near him, all right?
Jealous. Is that your own tux?
Yes, it is.
Good. Could you get us some more ice?
Got a standoff here for the World Tag Team title here at Fall Brawl Live.
What do you think runs through Buck's mind in an average day?
I wouldn't begin to think.
Man's psychotic.
The determined look on the face of Stevie Ray as we are ready to do battle for the World Tag Team title. It's been a tremendous Fall Brawl card so far.
And it's only going to get better.
All right, here we go.
Well, I hope they're focused. I hope there's no love interest in their life. That's what it's going to take to beat Slater and Bunkhouse. You're going to have to beat them. There's no flukes with them. You have to beat them.
In the corner, the lariat. And it's Booker T with an opening offensive spurt here.
Look at Slater, backs into the corner, knows where his man is, gets back on his feet, and they're going to make you fight their fight. That's why they're World Tag Team Champions.
Immediately with a crossface, Dick Slater. And a good counter move by Booker T. Booker T and Stevie Ray, they are brothers. Both from Harlem, New York. Streetwise fighters who came up the hard way. Men who have
fought every day of their life.
every day. And I happen to know they have put a tremendous amount of work into getting that streetwise style, the street fighting, brawling style to cover. 1, 2 count.
You know, like them or not, they're not a bunch of thugs.
No,
they're a bunch of conditioned great athletes.
That's right.
They were tag team champions. They know what they're doing. They just have an attitude problem. They just don't like people.
What you got to realize here, fans, is to become a successful wrestler in WCW, to become a champion, you've got to really, really put a lot of effort, a lot of time in. You can't just walk off the street, be a great street fighter, and be a champion in WCW.
No,
you got to put the time and effort into it, and that's what you're seeing from Booker T and Stevie Ray.
And you have to know who's palm to grease.
Oh, is that important? Is that how you got here?
No, that's not how I got here. They wanted me here.
Meanwhile,
have to be someplace.
Same can be said of Buck and Slater. Two roughnecks from the South. And you just can't walk off the farm and be a great wrestler. Buck and Slater, polished wrestlers as well. And now Bunkhouse Buck's in there.
We got to go in our direction here.
Oddly enough, Colonel Parker and Sherry have stayed on opposite sides of the ring here.
Well, I think they've realized that they're in love, let their teams fight it out. And que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. And hop in my pickup, sweetie, and it's off to Bucksnort, Tennessee.
The front chancery applied by Bunkhouse Buck, but he finds himself caught in Harlem Heat's corner. And you hear Sherry from underneath.
She's not concentrating.
She's got one of those flowers that she got during our main event telecast.
From the Colonel.
Tucked away there, so to speak.
No holds barred tonight.
No.
For the gold, remember
And that wasn't nice of you to say that.
What?
When the Colonel walked to the ring with those flowers, I heard you made the comment to Oakland that obviously somebody's lawn in the neighborhood's missing a bush.
I didn't say that. I wasn't even near there. Meanwhile, Booker T
insinuating this man would lift flowers off somebody's lawn.
clamping on the reverse chinlock. Hey, Sherry is really into this match, and that is really different than what has happened up until now after what transpired at Daytona Beach. If you'll recall, when she hit her head in Daytona Beach, she was completely out of it. She fell in love with Colonel Rob Parker. Many people feel that she had amnesia. And
so what are you saying I should do, walk up behind her with a ball bat, waffle her to see if she comes out of it? She's in love, Tony. And notice what Harlem Heat's doing here. They're not using all their high-risk maneuvers. They've got a lot more respect for Bunkhouse and Slater than they probably ever had before. They've really slowed the pace down.
Can I finish this thought?
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nevertheless, she has turned it around now. She was not into their matches leading up to Fall Brawl, but she is involved in this match here, being a very, very stern motivator on the outside. Meanwhile, her men have dominated this match so far. There's been a lot of power moves, a lot of headlocks.
Can you see her in an apron baking cakes?
No, I could not. As a
Pies.
matter of fact. Why don't you go? You're trying to start something.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Down goes Booker T. Oh, great leapfrog. What ability he has. Great move. It was a hip toss out of the far side ropes.
I'll tell you, I'm going to talk to
Measures
my buddy Bob Eubanks and see if he can bring back the newlyweds.
1, 2. Here's the tag. And now here comes Stevie Ray. Give Harlem Heat a lot of credit. We talked about these street fighters being prepared, becoming complete wrestlers. They have prepared for this World Tag Team title bout with Dick Slater, one of the greatest, toughest men this sport's ever known. He just walked right in and started going at it.
But this Harlem Heater, they're so big, just so powerful. Constantly training, constantly working out. They really are dedicated athletes.
Slater's got him hooked. An atomic drop that time.
He
And
didn't get him
Slater
good, though.
with an elbow. Cannot get the big man down. Cannot get the big man down. Into the midsection. Front chancery into a spinning neck breaker.
He got him down.
He sure did that time. And a cover lateral press with a 2. That was all. The big guy got out, ducked his head, a headbutt to the solar plexus, and we got a chokehold going on here.
Like you say, they combine their street fighting style and their WCW professional wrestling style. They put them together. They grab a hold and they choke the life out of you. Now, if I was Slater, I don't know if I'd wear a bandana around my neck in there with those two. That would be very dangerous. You could wind up all tied up for the evening.
I think that's what's happening right now. The referee is checking, but that bandana very tight around the throat.
Colonel doesn't seem to be worried.
Colonel Parker, I think Colonel Parker's not paying
Hard
attention
for me
to
to
the
stay
match.
over here in this corner.
Oh my goodness. We got something going on the outside there.
I can hear the pitter-patter of little Colonels.
Oh, we just got an elbow to the back, or making a knee to the back. And over the top.
He didn't see it.
Oh, he hit the, that's a steel step right there.
What did Buck have in his hand?
believe it was his rope. And now they're sharing. Sister Sherry helping her man up here. And as a matter of fact, pushing Booker T right into the feet.
You notice she's still focused, but it's not the same Sherry. The fire's gone. She's thinking about something else.
What do you think that is? I think it's pretty obvious here. Meanwhile, double team, and for the first time in this match, Buck and Slater are taking the advantage here.
No team has really had the advantage here.
Well, it was really Harlem Heat earlier on.
I know, but they never were in a pinning position or a submission position, the tag team champions. They've kept taking it to Harlem Heat. I hear Hogan wanted everybody on his team. Savage, Luger, and Sting to take a lie detector test today to see who we could trust.
Now, I don't believe that.
Yes.
I know there's some dissension within the Hulkamaniacs, but later on, as you see the referee with his back to where the action is here, later on, Hogan, Sting, the Macho Man, and Lex Luger, decked out in camouflage, will be in war. 1, 2, and Booker T barely got out of that one. Back up, and Slater maybe trying to pile driver here.
He tried everything.
He got it.
He didn't get him that good. He didn't spike him.
Yeah, and he's up against the ropes too. He better pull him to the center of the ring, and that's what's going on here. Here it comes. 1, 2, he kicked out in 2.
The way you have to beat Harlem Heat, you have to double team them. Because they're double tough guys. You have to double team them. What do you think's going through the Taskmaster's mind?
I wonder.
You think he is prepared for his match with Hogan? Hogan will never get his hands on the Taskmaster.
Over the top again on the outside, hard goes Booker T for the second time with the referee's back turn. And Buck and Slater are taking command of this World Tag Team title match in the Fall Brawl.
They're the champions. They've earned it.
WCW, where the #1 wrestling action in the world is. And you're watching four of the greatest go at it here for the most prestigious championship in all of tag team wrestling, the WCW World Tag Team title.
I don't want to hear any more talk either about that hillbilly Dusty Rhodes and Saturday night.
Yep. In a couple of weeks, he's going to be our co-host.
No, he's not.
You better get used to it. A reverse
It'll take
chin
more
lock.
than a couple weeks to fumigate him.
A reverse chin lock applied.
Come on, Booker.
And Booker T just trying to power out of this. Grabbing at the fingers, the hands, trying to separate the hands here.
You ever been in the dressing room when Bunkhouse takes that long underwear top off and hangs it on the hook there and goes in the shower?
No, I have not.
I was one day.
Here he comes. Booker T. Good move. Just let the momentum of both men carry him right to the turnbuckle. And that gave him the advantage. Buck hits hard in the corner.
Oh, he could have broke his neck.
You're right about that. He hit very hard that time.
Believe me, Tony, he's out. He don't know it.
And it was
he's
a
out.
good move by Buck to bring Slater in. Slater's getting in a fight in the corner.
See, this is good tag team wrestling. They bring in a fresh Slater. He goes over and gets the fresh Harlem Heat in trouble. So the referee's got to get him out. Then they do what they have to do to the other Harlem Heat.
Belly to back, and he's got it. And he executed it to perfection.
Excellent, excellent.
Dirty Dick Slater with a cover, no referee. Here he comes. 1, 2. Sherry screaming in through the ring for a man to kick out. He did. Oh.
Let's get our counts out there a little bit faster. They pay you some man out here.
Left hand punches, and you know they hurt. Slater with a body blow. Right to the midsection he goes. Dirty Dick Slater driving it in. Shoulders up, you hear him now. He tries the press. He's got him now. Shoulders up again, and from underneath, Booker T, who's been the brunt of a lot of punishment, fighting from underneath here, trying to get the World Tag Team belt back to Harlem Heat. A cover again, and Booker T's out again. This is, you know, this is great tag team wrestling.
At its finest. And I've managed a lot of tag teams in my career. And I know about the meetings you have to have. You have to do a lot of talk, watch a lot of tapes. But they've done their homework here. They've got Harlem Heat down. And they've kept them down longer than I've seen any team keep Harlem Heat down.
A rake to the eyes. Can Harlem Heat walk away with the tag team belt once again?
Well, this is no fluke that Bunkhouse Buck and Slater are champions. They've earned it. They deserve it.
This, of course, in one of the two rings that will house the ultimate battleground later on in War Games. All in anticipation of the gigantic fight that will take place here. There you see, high above the ring, the double battleground, where two men will walk in and for 5 minutes do battle. Then a coin toss, then a 2-on-1 for 2 minutes, then 2-on-2, then 3-on-2, until all 8 men are in, and then it's submission or surrender.
And like I said, we may still be going at it tomorrow night.
There must be a winner. Buck ducked that time. Oh, look at his power.
Look at the power.
Wow.
I saw him do that once to a mule. Really? He's a tough man.
He picked him up.
And he did it without using the tail.
With a swinging neck breaker. Booker T, I wonder how much he can take. 1, 2, but he keeps kicking out. Wow. Booker T is hurting. They have hit him with everything.
When he missed in that corner and landed on the back of his head, that took it out of him. That's the turning point in this match. Wonder how many wings Taskmaster has taken off a butterfly today.
Desperation move that time. Nevertheless, a tag, or has it been made on the other end? Doesn't matter. We've got an exchange. There was no tag.
Did he see it?
No, he did not see it.
And he asked him if he tagged?
Yeah, and what did he say?
Yes.
And you believe it?
Why would you ask him? What do you expect him to tell him? No, we did it behind your back. We lied.
Well, that's a good point.
Disqualify us. You do what you have to do here at WCW. There's no picnic.
That's right, and that's what you're seeing from Booker T of Harlem Heat. Doing what he has to do to crawl on his hands and knees to try to get his brother in. He did.
Uh-oh, this don't look good. It's been a while since he's been in.
It does not look good for Buck and Slater. Stevie Ray, the freshman, one pickup. And another pickup. The big guy is in.
Booker, you okay, honey?
A clothesline.
Booker, Booker.
Shoots Bunkhouse Buck and power slam. 1, 2, no sir. Right hand. And again.
Now Bunk is legal. And Stevie Ray, right?
I believe that's what it is. And there goes Stevie Ray on the outside. Bunkhouse Buck, you see the two legal men right here. Into the midsection, tries to stomp him on the outside, enabling a double team of Booker T. And Booker T, of course, has taken a lot of punishment here.
I think the ref has kind of let it go now. He's let the men in the ring for an awful long time. Uh-oh.
Got a little romancing going on in the other ring here. Meanwhile, the fight is broken out. Over here. Oh my.
No.
I don't know which one to watch.
I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't. They're going to hug and kiss. Meanwhile, here come the Nasty Boys. Oh, my goodness. We've got a big kiss on both ends.
Wait a minute, they just knocked Slater out of his boots.
Slater got kissed with a boot as Sherry's getting kissed by Colonel Parker. 1, 2, we got new champs.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match,
And they don't care.
new World Tag Team Champions, Harlem Heat.
Buck and Slater have lost the belts, and the Colonel could care less.
Colonel, you've lost the championship of the world.
But he's got himself a has got himself a girlfriend.
Boy, if he got any closer, he'd be behind her. They're in love.
Wait a minute, and now Bunkhouse Buck is very angry. He just let the Colonel know that they've lost the tag team belts. We've got new world tag team champions.
All because of a woman.
And Harlem Heat, they just won the belts, but they're not too happy at all.
Psychology. You got the belts back, right?
She makes sense. Let's go.
Oh, she's telling them that this was a ploy, that this was her psychology.
Well, it worked. I don't believe it, though. She's in love with that man. She is in love with that man. Look at this. That's not a kiss hello or a kiss goodbye. That's a kiss. It's not a Hershey kiss. That's a kiss. Boy.
Meanwhile, hello.
Slater gets it right across the chops with his own boot, courtesy of the Nasties. This is a disgrace. New tag team champions.
Remember, if you'll recall, during our main event, it was Slater who caused the Nasty Boys to lose to the American Males. And the American Males, of course, went on to Nitro. And now, as he dips his new girlfriend, Sister Sherry,
you're gonna need a bucket of chapstick.
we have new world tag team champions.
You know, she kissed Okerlund like that, he'd expire.
Speaking of Mean Gene Okerlund, he is at the entryway here, and Colonel Parker's just about made it there. Gene, go ahead.
All right, Tony, I was trying to get the complete story, if I could, from referee Nick Patrick on what happened. Bunkhouse Buck. What?
I want you to hear this. Look at you. You got lipstick all over your face. You love sick, man. What's wrong with you? For months now, you've been all out of sorts. Where was you when we need you? What's wrong with you, Colonel? You always talking about the grass being greener on the other side. From where I'm standing, I can't see no grass at all.
You know, I've got to go along with that, Colonel.
Wait a minute, let me tell you something, Buck. Listen, it may not have wised up to you yet, but I'm serious about that there girl. And another thing, my name is Colonel Robert Parker, and I run this here outfit. Now y'all go on to the showers. I'll get you another match. I'll see those belts are back around your waist.
All right, there's the answer from the chairman of the board, Colonel Robert Parker. You know, I kind of have to agree with Dick Slater and Bunkhouse Buck. I believe, Colonel, that you have been smitten by the love bug. I really do. Look, you're disgusting. Look at that television camera. You got lipstick all over you.
Look, I'm not very proud of the fact that Buck and them are not the champions anymore. You know, right now I'm kind of torn between two feelings. I feel like I'm at the bottom of the pit. I'm right down at the very bottom, but on the other hand, my heart's soaring like an eagle. I'm gonna tell you something, Gene. I never felt like I felt tonight. Now, it's one thing those belts has been lost, but it's another that I feel like I'm 20 years old. I'm gonna tell you one thing, Gene. I got to have that girl.
You feel like you're 20 years old?
I certainly do, and I'm gonna tell you this. Buck and Dick's gonna have their chance. I'm still the greatest promoter that ever walked this earth. I walk in Tom Parker's shoes. I'll walk heavy and hard. I'll see they get another match.
All right, thank you very much. Colonel Robert Parker, 20 years old. And I thought I was older than him all along. That's too much.
The action is sensational here at Fall Brawl. We still have the Nature Boy Ric Flair against Arn Anderson, and still the Ultimate Battleground, the most dangerous match in WCW coming up. But coming up in the month of October, it's our October tradition. You never know what's going to happen at Halloween Havoc. And Halloween Havoc this year will be coming once again from the Motor City in Detroit. That's right. World Championship Wrestling presents Halloween Havoc Sunday, October 29th, live and exclusively on pay-per-view. Call your local cable operator for availability and join us at Halloween Havoc. That should be exciting, Brains.
Well, if you think about it, think about the Dungeon of Doom if there's anything left of them, which I think there will be, and the Taskmaster. What do you think his little pranks would be like for Halloween Havoc? You think it's just trick or treat?
No.
No, they mean business. And right now, Tony, believe me, what's going on between Arn Anderson and Ric Flair, like Ric Flair said, he loves that man, but he's going to teach that man something. Well, I'll guarantee you, the Dungeon of Doom and Hogan's people, there's no love there. It's total out-and-out hatred. And this place is going to erupt tonight. This place may be a parking lot tomorrow when they're done.
The Ultimate Battleground will be coming up a little bit later on. The double cage will lower over both rings. and they will go in basically one at a time until all 8 men are in. The coin toss during Fall Brawl War Games certainly is a key, because one coin toss will either give the Dungeon of Doom or give the Hulkamaniacs a one-man advantage. All right, Mean Gene Okerlund right now is standing by with a man who's just about set to go with the match of his life. We're talking about the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. Gene, take it away.
All right, Tony, I apologize. I didn't realize we're going to be a mile and a half run. I felt like Roger Bannister coming up from that. Arn Anderson, come on in. Before I talk to you regarding your matchup with Ric Flair, I want you to take a look at some of the history between the two of you that has taken place. Let's go.
Family ties have been severed between Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, and there is no turning back. Arn had done his best to help Ric Flair continue to hang on. As Ric Flair hides behind the Enforcer, fans could sense that there were problems in the Horseman stable. The first time could be forgiven. This time was not forgotten. Vader felt the quake. He used the turmoil between these two and capitalized on it. It was quite obvious that the problems were more than just a family tiff. Something was wrong.
Rick, I looked in your eyes. I know we didn't leave the match the way we wanted to. There's nobody to blame here.
Was it all okay between Double A and Ric Flair? Ric Flair looked as if he was taking advantage of a good situation as he left Double A in the ring the majority of the time. Has Ric Flair lost his drive? Since Hulk Hogan has arrived, Flair has not been the competitor of old. His obsession to be #1 has caused problems in the home front and alienated him from his friends. And now, Ric Flair has been pushed harder than ever to prove himself a champion. When Rick faced Alex Wright, it was apparent that Double A wanted Flair to show that he still had the drive to excel. The flamboyant Nature Boy then ran off at the mouth. Arn let out his frustration in a candid interview.
Got everything in the world. You should be floating on cloud 9. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Fans deserve to hear more. Arn's wife let the cameras into their home. Arn's explosion continued on. Soon after, fans walked up to an unexpected locker room shouting match.
He's got a match, all right. It's not out there. Let me explain something. Flair just went out the back door. He's left me again.
Double A, I think you know what you are. That's why you're in the ring with me at Fall Brawl. What I got to do to you, pal, is prove why I've been where I've been for a lifetime. Woo!
There is no longer time for understanding. Families often hurt the ones they love most. This time, there's no way to patch things up. The family feud you never thought you'd see has come to a reality. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson on opposing sides, riding in different directions, but colliding on the same course at Fall Brawl.
Gene Okerlund, whether you hate me, whether you love me, whether you respect me or you don't respect me, the one thing I've always given everybody is I've always called a spade a spade. I've either loved with a passion or I've hated with a passion and with a vengeance. And everybody has had a family member at one time or the other that was messing up. And you had to grab them and you had to shake them because words no longer mattered. Well, Ric Flair, I've been back here. My stomach has been in knots. My heart's been pounding out of my chest, and I wouldn't be telling the truth if I didn't tell you I'm a nervous wreck because I got to trade fists with somebody that I love more than God itself. You understand? You've been a brother to me when I didn't have one. Now I got to go trade fists with you. But it's something that's got to happen because when I get up in the morning and look in that mirror, I got to answer to me. And if you don't stand up in this world, all a man can do is stand up and live by his word, right or wrong. Tonight, I give Asheville, I give the world, and I give you, Ric Flair, my word on this. I'm going to give you all I got as a man, and win, lose, or draw, trust me, I'm going to respect myself in the morning, and you're going to respect me.
All right, the man is headed to the ring. I'd asked Ric Flair earlier if he loved or hated Arn Anderson. Yes, he loved him, and he loved him for many years, but apparently both of these men have to meet tonight in what I suspect is going to be a classic match. Everywhere I have gone, people are abuzz about this one. Tony Schiavone, I'd like an assessment from you and Bobby the Brain Heenan. What do you think?
Well, Gene, first of all, let me say it was in the mid-1980s when professional wrestling saw its boom. It went worldwide. Packed arenas, jam-packed arenas all across the country. Many, many weeks, this arena, the Asheville Civic Center, was jam-packed with the likes of the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. They were always on the same team. The fans here loved both men. They've hated both men, but they've respected both men. Now, for the first time ever, they will see these two classic wrestlers go at it one-on-one.
It's very simple. It's like that old saying goes. Tonight, either wrestle or get off the mat.
Arn Anderson said he was nervous. Well, we are all nervous right now. As we go to David Penzer, the match we'd never thought we'd see.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match at Fall Brawl is set for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing first, from the state of Minnesota, weighing 250 pounds, he is the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Many wrestlers have what they consider their own backyard. Oddly enough, for Arn Anderson and for Ric Flair, this is their backyard, both of them. Both live in Charlotte, North Carolina. Arn Anderson, of course, out of Minnesota, where he was raised, where he was born, but he has been living in Charlotte for the last 10 years or so. And of course, same can be said for the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
This is a shame, Tony. I don't want to see this.
No, I tell you, it may be a shame when you think about the love these two men have had, but it is a great break for wrestling fans because we may have thought we never would see it, but we have.
Ladies and gentlemen,
too late now.
His opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 242 pounds, former heavyweight champion of the world, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Look at the face, Brain. You know, this is not the cocky, arrogant Ric Flair.
His heart is broken. He has to get in the ring and do something he don't want to do. Fight a man he respects and admires and cares for. And believe me, they do care for each other. They're friends. They are real friends. And it's that piece of human sewage, Hulk Hogan, that has come between them.
It is not.
It is.
Ric
Look
Flair,
at the people here. Look at the faces on the people.
they are watching us everywhere, all across the world on pay-per-view. Not a seat to be found here in the Asheville Civic Center.
Place been sold out for weeks.
And I do understand this is the match not only the fans wanted to see, we've wanted to see. It's going to be a treat for everyone, but we understand many of the wrestlers themselves.
Oh, right behind us here. They're lined up. Got about 7 or 8 wrestlers on this side here watching. I can see Nasty's over there watching. But I don't see anybody from Hogan's camp watching or the Dungeon of Doom.
Well, they have war coming up. There you see the American males are out. Flying Brian is out. Boy, he had a tough match. The American males won their match. Colonel Parker's come out to watch this one. And also there you see Big Bubba as well. They are all in the stands, getting any place they can to see this matchup.
History.
History in the making.
Look at this. Boy, this is like divorce court.
There you see Eddie Guerrero. There you see Alex Wright, the Wonderkin. They're all out here as well. All eyes of the wrestling world on Two of the Greats. And here we go. Oh, my.
Boy, once you hear the bell ring.
There's no intimidating here.
They know everything about each other. You're watching the beginning of the end.
Nope. You're watching the beginning. You're watching why World Championship Wrestling claims, has always claimed, but now the world knows that we are the tops in the world. Because Ric Flair is here. Because Hulk Hogan is here. Because Arn Anderson is here. Because the Macho Man Randy Savage is here. Because in the ring, you can't get any better than World Championship Wrestling.
It's like seeing the Yankees and the Dodgers. It's like seeing the Dallas and the 49ers, you know? This is it. This is the super ring right here of wrestling.
And they lock up. Shoots him into the ropes. Down goes Arn. So Flair early, drop toe hold, good move. Great move on Anderson, and that was a little show-up move right there.
It's not in him. It's not inside of these two men to be in there fighting each other.
I don't know about
Be like
that.
watching the Clintons fight.
No,
you don't want to see that.
I think it's very much inside of both these men. I think Arn Anderson realizes that even though he has had a love for Ric Flair, that he has always walked a step behind Ric Flair in his mind.
I think Flair's acting like a jerk.
And I think for Arn Anderson, this is his coming out party, so to speak. Both men, though, very tentative. Ric Flair had a great shoulder block to take Arn Anderson down, but Anderson with a great drop toe hold to counter that. In Double A, one of the strongest in our sport, hooks on a side headlock.
He knows he has to stay away from that figure four. Flair knows he has to stay away from this man's power and his temper.
Little shoving match. Oh, oh, oh! And the fans love it. Flair rolls on the outside, and this is Ric Flair at his best. He sees what's going on, he slows it down.
He's a master. They don't come any better, any finer than what this man has accomplished.
The Nature Boy. And the referee, Randy Anderson, moves Arn back towards the center of the ring.
Arn has not taken his eyes off Ric Flair.
No, he's been very focused.
He hasn't cleaned out his horn, he hasn't wiped his eyes, he hasn't done anything except focus his attention on Ric Flair. And Flair's been moving around like he doesn't really pay that much attention to him. He's got him in the back of his mind. Bull. He's thinking about him right now. You can believe it. He's got to.
Ric Flair with a full arm dragon twist, and Arn Anderson counters. Boy, Arn Anderson is ready. And he drives the knee to the arm. It's Anderson now with the first game plan to work on the arms of Ric Flair. Of course, that has been a standard Anderson trademark throughout the years.
Tony, I'm sick to my stomach. I can't watch these two fight. Look at that.
Down goes Flair again.
What is wrong? What is wrong here?
There's nothing wrong here.
It's Hogan. That's what's wrong here.
This is World Championship Wrestling. Flair,
this is the beginning. This is just the beginning.
A little shocked. Maybe Flair didn't expect Arn to be this rough at the beginning. He didn't expect a slap in the face or two.
Sure he did. I believe he did. They
know
know what each other's about. I would have thought they would have got in the ring and looked at each other and realized what was happening. Millions of people all over the world watching this pay-per-view. I thought one of them would have extended the hand to the other and they'd have realized this is not necessary.
Neutral position, Flair standing switch. Arn Anderson counters again. Into a hammerlock. Anderson, you know, as the referee asked Ric Flair, the hammerlock is applied and leg trip takedown. Great move, Ric Flair. Floats over the top. Into a front chancery, and Arn Anderson counters with his own hammerlock.
Now, I can't tell you who the superior wrestler is. Arn Anderson has never been a world champion, has he?
World Tag Team Champion.
Right, a lot
World
of times.
Television Champion.
Right. Flair, though, 11 times world champion. How come he never gave Arn a title match?
That is a great point. And that may be the basis of what has gone down between these two. Ric Flair, 11-time World Heavyweight Champion, but how many times in this great arena, throughout the world when they wrestled, when WCW, of course, went all over the world like we're going right now, how many times did Arn Anderson have the belt, the chance of the belt? 0.
Yeah.
Flying Brian remembers 2 years ago.
I don't understand. That's not love you have for a man, then.
When he was a member of the Hollywood Blondes, Ric Flair made his return to World Championship Wrestling. And Ric Flair's first match, he and Arn Anderson against the Hollywood Blondes for the World Tag Team title. So he is watching on with eager anticipation.
You know how many miles these two have traveled together? You know how many times they've sat on an airplane wounded and tired and hurting all over? How many times they had to get in a car and drive 300-400 miles and then get out of the car if they could? Their backs were so stiff. And now it's come to this. This is a disgrace.
Brain, you're wrong. There's a a 1 count as Anderson continues to focus on the arm of Ric Flair.
Don't you ever tell me I'm wrong,
No,
or I'll have to can you.
Listen, you're wrong. I mean, you may think it's a disgrace because you like both men. But the mere fact of the matter is, it is wonderful to see this type of competition. As Big Bubba looks on with Colonel Parker. It's a wonder Colonel Parker's not back there with Sherry somewhere, from what we've seen. Nevertheless,
she's icing down the bubbly.
Nevertheless, it is wonderful that we can see this competition, and you can see it only on pay-per-view.
Well, it's like they're trying to teach each other a wrestling lesson, because they haven't gone for the eyes, ears, nose yet. They haven't really taken it to each other full bore. They're wrestling each other. You are seeing right here tonight mutual respect for each other.
Flair rolled out of that nicely done. That was a great counter move. He just rolled out of that move into a side headlock. Both men back up, and Flair chops him down. Oh, that was great timing on the part of Ric Flair. He was on target.
Right on the money.
Into the leg.
Just about that time, isn't it?
It sure is. He's going to the leg. Hey, you want to know what Sherry's doing like we talked about? Are all the other top stars? You can call right now the WCW hotline. Talk to the stars live. Your backstage pass is on option 2. Give them a call right now. There's another chop from Flair, and down goes Double A.
Well, now Flair's turning up the heat from 3 to like 5 or 6, and he's going to have this place burning pretty soon. Maybe he's showing Arn a lesson. Maybe Arn is as good as we think.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. It can go either way.
Anderson, how about this, fans? He's going up top. Flair tried to get him. He went to the nose, and he goes to the sleeper hold. And Ric Flair counters. Middle turnbuckle.
Man, oh man.
There he goes again to the arm. The prelude to the hammerlock slam. Great execution from the enforcer. Oh my. Ric Flair begs off. Anderson keeps the onslaught on and drives the arm in. It's very obvious. Anderson wants the arm. Do you know the old Anderson trademark was to make him submit by pulling and tugging on the arm?
Find a spot that's soft that you can work on and don't let go of it.
The Anderson brothers used to dislocate so many shoulders, so many elbows, pull them out of joint, break arms. And you're seeing Arn Anderson smack onto his cousin, his close friend Ric Flair. 1, 2 count.
You know, sometimes their opponent's shoulders would be out so much. They'd be out of joint so bad, they were in so much pain they couldn't even tell the referee to quit. They couldn't even stop the match, and the Andersons knew it, and they just kept working on it until that man's usually career was over. His arm just used to hang there like a thread.
For Ric Flair, it's a trip down memory lane, having the arm worked on. There's a chop. Anderson, a hair takedown. A 2 count, and he continues to focus on that arm of Ric Flair. One simple strategy implied by the enforcer here. Hammer the arm.
See, now I'd have gone for Flair's leg. Because if you take his leg out, then he can't put you away with the figure 4.
Yeah, I think, you know, that's a good point, but I think there was special meaning here. I think it goes back to the Anderson roots, and Arn wanted to remind Ric Flair of his longtime family.
Just who he's in there with.
That's exactly right. Because when your arm hurts, more times than not, there's an Anderson pulling on it.
But there's the dirtiest player in the game.
Yeah, I tell you, you don't become 11-time world champion by not being able to take a lot of punishment. I've seen Ric Flair win matches when you thought he couldn't go any longer. He pulled down on the arm, and immediately Randy Anderson checks in because, no, you see him shaking his head. He said, no, Flair's staying in this one.
And I've managed both these men.
Yes,
I've been
you have.
affiliated with them. I know what goes through their mind. I know how hard they work in that ring. I know how much they care about this great sport. And I know how much pride they have in themselves. And there's going to be nobody taking a back step here.
Not at all.
But Flair hasn't been the same since Hogan came on the scene. His mind has not been focused towards his business.
The center point of pro wrestling in the 1990s, you're looking at it, World Championship Wrestling. The fans are jam-packed in the Asheville Civic Center.
They're waiting for that cage to lower from the ceiling.
Yes, sir.
And they're waiting to see what's going to happen in this one. Tony, you got the mortgage up, you got the car up, you got the dogs up. Everything's on the line. Who would you bet on? Me? Yeah.
I'd bet on Ric Flair. Chop!
course, you've never liked your home or your pets.
Left hand. And again.
Here we go.
But don't deny the fire and the intensity Arn Anderson has had burning inside of him. Flair! He lured him into it. Ric Flair lured him into it, and he got him.
Like I said before, once you think you got Flair, he turns around and gets you, and vice versa for Arn Anderson. He may be playing possum also.
Flair went upside down. He suckered Arn Anderson to go to the top. And now look at the Nature Boy. Will he come up the top?
I thought I'd never see this. Flair coming off on Anderson.
Will.
This is like the Civil War, brother versus brother. The Confederacy.
We got a problem, baby.
The Yankees. Look at this.
Anderson is down. And now the match has shifted.
I wouldn't kiss that woman with your lips, Tony.
Yeah. Oh, he measured him.
Oh, he certainly did.
You know, you talked about why is he taking the arms out instead of the legs? Maybe to try to soften the blow of the Ric Flair chop. I don't think it softened the blow at all that time. His arms hurt him, but he's still chopping away.
It's never over till that final bell rings for these two. You're not going to see anybody give up in this match.
No, Anderson's going to crawl for all he's worth back in the ring.
And if Flair gets that figure, if he gets that figure 4 on Anderson, he's going to break his leg. The referee's going to have to stop it. And if Arn DDTs him, that's another thing. But neither of these men are going to give up.
All right.
These are men.
Classic Ric Flair. The man is down, the man is injured, and Ric Flair kicks it into high gear.
It was always when you saw one, you'd see the other. They were always so close together.
And they're very close right now. Inches apart, as a matter of fact. And they're going at it. Flair, there's a chop. I mean, he exploded his chest. You can see the sweat fly off of it. And Anderson hit the canvas hard. Uh-oh.
Things will never be the same,
There's
Tony.
another classic Ric Flair move. Measures him for the knee to the head.
But Arn was smart enough to roll over on his stomach so he couldn't be in a pinning position.
That's right.
His bell's been rung. He's going to have a nice mouse above that eye tomorrow morning.
Flair covers 1, 2. He's got the ropes. 1, 2. Randy Anderson doing what he's supposed to do.
Flair's been out wrestling him here for the last 10 minutes.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Keep your mouth shut, kid.
Uh-oh. Having some words, some fans now. But as the old cliche goes, can Arn Anderson, with this match, get the monkey off his back? Get rid of all the demons. Walk out from behind the shadow of Ric Flair.
Watch
He's fighting
this.
for all he's worth here.
He's just turned it up to maybe 8 or 9 on the burner.
Left hands, rocking the head of Ric Flair back. He's got Flair up against the ropes. Here he goes again. Into the corner. Back body drop.
He just threw him right out of the Smoky Mountains.
1, 2, Flair.
Right into the Apple Chain Mountains or whatever is over here. What else is over here?
Got a 2 count again.
Flair begging off. Randy Anderson holds the arm of Arn Anderson. I don't know if that was a low shot or not, but he's reprimanding Ric Flair right now. He's up in his face. Did you do that, Nature Boy? Did you cheap shot him? No, I didn't cheap shot him. I'm the Nature Boy.
Flair pulling himself up now. And he kicks on Anderson.
What do you think Schiavone, the Taskmaster's doing right now? I guarantee he's not worrying about what place the Red Sox is in.
Outside goes Arn Anderson again.
In and out, back and forth. And no one's really had a decisive edge here.
Oh.
Except there.
That chop that Ric Flair gives literally knocks you not only down, but up off your feet. I mean, there's so much force behind it.
He could take you out of your penny loafers. Why are you wearing penny loafers with a tux?
Oh, it's comfortable, all right? Uh-oh, Ric Flair
I guess.
getting a head start. And Arn Anderson backdrops him on the floor.
Did you hear that splat?
Yes, I did.
Sounded like Sherry's lips touching Parker's.
And uh-oh, it's gone personal now. What was a great match in the ring is now exploding on the outside between the two.
Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
If Flair was to win this match, what would that prove? If Arn was to win this match, what would that prove?
Well, I know what it would prove with Arn today. I think Arn has much more to prove than Ric Flair does. And
Well, he
there's
does. You're right about that.
vertical suplex on the outside.
To destroy a friendship for what? For what?
Hey, to prove you're the best. For money. All right,
Oh,
Ric
now that
Flair.
makes sense. Now you're talking my kind of language.
Ric Flair,
Presidents.
remember, the winner gets a lot more than the loser on these big pay-per-view events in World Championship Wrestling.
Believe me, I know that.
On the inside now, here we go. Back in. Flair measures. Oh. And knocked his beard off.
Mr. Tyson, take a good look.
Wow.
You can learn something here.
Ric Flair, of course, dominated the 1980s in World Championship Wrestling. But he has not lost a step here in the 90s. They both hit hard. They are both down. They are both winded, as you can tell.
Look at, you can see the pain, you can see the agony, you can see the determination, you can see what this match has taken out of these two. It's not over yet. Not by a long shot. We'll be here till Nitro tomorrow night.
We may be.
What a program that's going to be.
From Johnson City, Tennessee, as we canvas across America on Nitro.
Arn's out on his feet. He's wobbly.
Into the corner. Oh my. The cover, 1, 2. No, sir. 2, 2, 2. That's all it's been. 2 here and a 2 there, but not a 3. Ric Flair with the ride, sends Arn Anderson in. We've got a sunset flipped attempt. Ric Flair has the balance though. Anderson, 1 step ahead.
Back and forth.
Anderson has him in the corner. Ooh. The match the world wanted to see, and you're watching it exclusively on pay-per-view. Flair is caught.
He's hooked. His foot's hooked around that top turnbuckle.
He went upside down, and Arn Anderson now
No mercy.
has Flair at his mercy. A chokehold nonetheless.
Oh, did you hear that? Randy called him?
What?
I can't tell you. If I told you, the world would know. I can't say those things.
He's never stopped you before. All right, Flair finally gets unhooked from the top. And Anderson said, do you want the DDT? He's going to try to end it right here,
He
Brady.
certainly is.
He's going for the DDT. And if he hooks it this late, it's over. Flair held onto the ropes. He held onto the ropes, and he goes face first. Oh, so close to the end of the match to show you how wrestling.
And Flair let him have his head.
Yep.
Flair knew he was going to grab that top rope. Arn didn't think he was that close. These are masters, masters, technicians at work right now.
Wrestling a sport of inches, and you're seeing why. You've seen why all night.
Oh, that ring shook.
1, 2. Oh.
It's over. He feels it's over. Flair's still moving. There's a breath in that body. He'll keep moving.
Here it comes.
Time for school.
Here it is. It's the figure 4, and they're all standing in Nashville.
But he don't have it on. He didn't get it on him.
Arn Anderson is holding the leg.
He's blocked it.
How about, oh, he got it.
It's on. It's on now. It's cinched.
Anderson had done something I've never seen before. Actually, locked the figure 4 with his arm.
Come on, Arn. Let's see what it's about right now. Reach down into your guts and pull something out. How much fight do you have? Come on, Ric Flair. How much do you have? How bad are you going to slap this on him? You really want to break that man's ankle and his knee? Do you? Do you? He'd do it to you.
2.
And things are only going to get better here at WCW. And bigger and faster. Imagine this match. Flair against Arn Anderson. Flair
1, 2.
with the figure 4 on this man that he loves.
Look at it.
Spits at him.
spit that man's face.
Arn Anderson sat right up and said, "You got nothing." And he's gonna turn it.
Oh, this is great. This is history. This is WCW.
He's got him. Now he's asking Flair, how much can Flair take?
But Arn don't know how close to the road Flair is. Flair had to let go.
Oh, both men are hurting.
That pressure was reversed on the knee and the shin. Arn can't get up.
Neither can Flair. Oh.
But he's got to get up. He's got to stay in that corner. That's a smart thing to do. Take as much that 10 count as you need.
Oh, my goodness. Like a stealth bomber. Homing right into the back of the knee.
Well, Arn's making no move to get up or anything. That knee is hurt.
The Nature Boy limps over. He's going for it again. He's going for it again. He's got him in the center of the ring. Anderson! 1, 2!
No. Wow. Boy, everybody came off their seats there like there was a hot shot underneath them.
Again to the back of the knee. Incredible. Incredible.
I bet people at home are standing right by their rented furniture.
Oh. This is what WCW is all about.
Oh!
Ah, yeah.
Come on, listen, come on.
Look at this. And you're right in with them. You think there's not animosity? Yeah, they may have loved each other. Forget about that now.
Well, you know what the closest thing to love is, don't you? His knee's shot.
Yep,
his knee's gone.
That's exactly right.
Throw in the towel.
Wait a second. Flying Brian, what's he doing?
I don't know, Tony. I don't know anymore what's going on here.
Flying Brian hit Ric Flair. Ric Flair and Flair. What's going on here? Flying Brian was watching the match. He kicked him in the back of the head. He kicked him in the back of the head. And there's a DDT. 1, 2. It's over.
I cannot believe my eyes.
What is going on? Flying Brian being chased out of here by the American males, and people are in shock. Arn Anderson has won it thanks to Flying Brian.
I cannot believe what I just saw. Ric Flair DDT in the middle of the ring by the man he loves, Arn Anderson, courtesy of Flying Brian. Oh, is Flair going to be one unhappy camper?
Huh. The DDT and Ric Flair goes down 1, 2, 3.
Well, Arn did what he had to do. Of course, I don't see Flying Brian talking to Arn Anderson right now. I don't know if Flair just got under Brian's skin, or if it was a plan or a ploy or a coup. I don't know what's going on here. I've been able to keep up in the last year here the way things change here, Tony.
All right, Brian, let's take a look one more time.
Look at Brian says something to him. Sucker punches him, gets him good. Flair's mad. Punches Pillman right in the chop and then makes the supreme mistake. He turns his back. Gets that cowboy boot heel right to the back of the head. DDT. And Arn Anderson covered. The man he thought he'd never have to fight. I'm sorry.
Wow. Fans, we have been witness to a classic, unfortunately ended with some horrible antics from Flying Brian. Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. You think it was the final chapter, you're wrong. It's just the beginning between these two. We are now prepared for war.
Hogan. You realize you are going into the most dangerous match of all times. War Games, 2 steel cages. The Dungeon of Doom against the Hulkamaniacs. I told you life would not be easy. You're the one that created me. You and I can't coexist on this planet. I can feel evil in cage. You locked in with the Dungeon of Doom. Ashak, Kamala, the Zodiac, Ming. All 8 of us at the same time. The scarf on your head will start to smoke and boil. Soon your hearing will go. The master himself will drive the wagons with all the Hulkamaniac carcasses laying on it. The Dungeon of Doom brought you these posies, but they expired. We love you not. We actually hate your guts. And we hate you! You know what's gonna happen to the immortal Hulk Hogan? You're gonna get buried! You're gonna get buried. My heart goes out to you!
At the end of July, right after, of course, the Bash of the Beach telecast, Hulk Hogan declared war on the Dungeon of Doom. It has come to this. But the Dungeon of Doom got the first shot in when the Giant, with a monster truck earlier in the evening, crushed Hulk Hogan's pride and joy, the Harley Davidson given to him by the fans. Would you like to interrupt me again? The Harley Davidson given to him by the fans from Orange County Harley Davidson. Nevertheless, as we prepare for war, it is the members of the Dungeon of Doom against the Hulkamaniacs. Hogan, Sting, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and Lex Luger. There's been some dissension with the Hulkamaniacs, but I think they are ready for the ultimate battleground, Brain.
Is my Energizer battery in? Can I speak now?
Yeah.
You mind? I got some very important things I'd like to say.
Well,
very important things
guess
right
what?
now.
We don't have time. Let's take a look as we prepare for war.
We don't have time.
Some believe that we are put on this earth for a reason. We have a special purpose. We are part of a divine plan. Especially this man, the Chosen. He possesses an innate power. He and his father are one, combining their powers and summoning the Shark, the Zodiac, Kamala, Ming, the Face of Terror, and the Giant. Together, they have put Hulk Hogan to the test. They have lured him to the Dungeon of Doom. They have taunted, they have attacked, they have brought the immortal to his knees and dredged up haunting memories of the past.
Then all of a sudden I felt this aura, this presence. I felt Andre, man, right in my face. And
although the Immortal One has an inner strength like no other man, he feels the need to put an end to the Dungeon of Doom. But he will not act alone.
The Pythons and the Hulkamaniacs declare war!
His army of elite warriors, Sting, Macho Man, are war-torn survivors. And now that Vader is AWOL, the Hulkamaniacs have called upon a specialist, Lex Luger.
I brought Luger into the team, man!
But like Vader, can he be trusted?
And I'll stand with you side by side for one condition. I want that title shot down the line. You promised.
Or is Lex Luger another of the Taskmaster's disciples? At Fall Brawl, the world will see.
We have assembled the troops, and ladies and gentlemen, tonight on
Yeah,
War
man.
Games, the Hulkamaniacs versus the Dungeon of Doom. And Hulk, as captain of the team, I've got to liken this to the invasion of Normandy in 1945.
Well, you know, you can liken it to whatever you want, big dude. But right now, my War Games, my teams are together, brother, and we just drank a couple gallons of Agent Orange, brother. So we're impervious to pain, man. And with the Stinger's aerial assault, the power of Luger breaking them in half, and the Macho Man coming from all different ways, brother. What are they gonna do when the team of maniacs declares war in just a couple minutes, brother?
Is there dissension here? Is there dissension?
Not even. I said what I had to say when I had to say it. And the Stinger, he straightened me out. United we stand. Need a little excitement. Watch this fearsome foursome. We are devastating. Yes or no?
That's the ticket. Yes is the answer. Me, Gene, you know me. I'm sick and tired of talking. I just want to go to war instantly. It's one heck of a team that you're looking at right here. We got all of our oars in a row. And I don't want to talk anymore. Let's just go to the ring right now and tear them apart.
Whoa, wait a minute now, Lex Lex Luger, I don't know, have you reached a comfort level with all
I've
of
got the
this?
camouflage on. War games are on. I'm with them. I'm ready to go. It's the bell tolls right now. It's time to turn it on, and we are together as together can be.
All
Well,
right.
you know something, Eugene?
yeah.
We were questioning our own integrity a few minutes ago, but all I had to do was look Lex in the eyes, brother, and I knew right then he was American-made from head to toe, brother. So the Macho Man told us, DTA, don't trust anybody. Don't take no prisoners, brother. And my team is focused now on getting rid of the Dungeon of Doom, brother, because I want 5 minutes with the Taskmaster.
Jimmy Hart, how about that?
You know, baby, they've all got red, white, and blue running through their veins because they were born and raised in the USA, and we're ready for War Games, baby!
All right, Hulk, I'll tell you what, the Dungeon
I
of Doom...
feel real sorry for anybody who gets on our way to and from the ring, and what happens in the middle, we cannot be held responsible for. Lex, Flex, Macho, Sting in the holster. We're gonna run wild in the double steel cage. What are they gonna do, brothers? What are they gonna do? We're gonna use him as bait, man. Let's set him up. He'll be a good bait. Come on, let's go, Mean Gene.
All right, they are headed toward the ring for War Games, and of course, don't forget about the match beyond. It is the Hulkamaniacs, Hulk Hogan, Sting, the Macho Man Randy Savage, Lex Luger, against the Dungeon of Doom, led by the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan, Shark, Kamala, Zodiac Man, and Ming, the Face of Terror. Pull up your socks and get ready. Michael Buffer, let's get to the ring, and you, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment the world has been waiting for. The 1995 Fall Brawl. It's time for War Games from Asheville, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin!
The anticipation building up to one moment. This has been a hallmark, a part of World Championship Wrestling since 1988. It's where differences have been settled. Scores, animosities, the ultimate battleground. There is nothing like it.
Like I said before, Schiavone, this is the mother of all wars.
Two rings completely, and when we say completely enclosed in a cage, you know what we mean. There's a top on that cage. They'll go basically one at a time. Wow. The sounds of war. Speaking of sounds, we go to Mean Gene Okerlund with the rules of War Games, the match beyond.
There are 7 periods in War Games. The first period lasts 5 minutes. All other periods, 2 minutes. One man from each team enters the ring during the first period. After the first period ends, the head referee flips a coin. The team winning the toss sends in its second man. After the second period ends, the other team sends its second man, making War Games 2-on-2. After the third period, the team which won the coin toss sends its third man in. The teams alternate during remaining periods until all 8 men are in the rings. Surrender or submission is the only way to win. No pinfalls, countouts, or disqualifications. Official time is kept at ringside. Head referee has final say in War Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A special stipulation has been added to War Games The Match Beyond. If the Hulkamaniacs win, then the Taskmaster must face Hulk Hogan in the cage tonight, one-on-one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring at this time, the Dungeon of Doom. First, at 271.5 pounds, the man from Yin and Yang, who walks in darkness and light, Zodiac. And at 508 pounds, the man-eater from the Great Barrier Reef, he is Shark. 381 pounds. He's the Ugandan warrior from deepest, darkest Africa, the man known as Kamala. At 315 pounds, a member of royalty from the South Pacific island of Tonga, Meng, the face of terror. And finally, the leader of the Dungeon of Doom, 240 pounds, from the Iron Gates of Fate, the Taskmaster.
Now, it's a moment they've been waiting for, Brain. They said they're going to destroy Hulkamania, and they got their shot to destroy Hulkamania here.
You know, you can't leave your set for a minute. Things happen so fast. You turn your head, you blink, you're going to miss something.
All right. Hal, you know, you talked about once you cage these guys, what'll happen? Huh. Wow, we await the arrival of Hulkamania.
Hands on me! Hogan, you ain't getting your hands on the Taskmaster!
He may, remember, like Michael Buffer said, if they win.
Hogan gets them all alone in the ring.
All right, back to Michael Buffer we go.
I'm nervous. This
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the WCW Galaxy of Superstars, presenting the Hulkamaniacs. From Sarasota, Florida, weighing 235 pounds, one of the most famous names in wrestling history, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Yeah, nothing new for him, huh?
And from Venice Beach, California, weighing 251 pounds, the five-time World Heavyweight Champion and reigning WCW US Heavyweight Champion, Steve!
They love this man, but can you trust him?
You're talking about intensity and adrenaline flowing.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing 269.5 pounds. We're coming in. One of the great superstars of professional wrestling. He's the total package. He is Lex Luger.
Oh, they're ready for Lex Luger. Never looked better.
And finally, in the company of his manager, the mouth from the South, Jimmy Hart, we have the king of Hulkamania, the living legend of pro wrestling, the WCW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Hulk Hogan!
Oh, yeah!
We are at war!
War Games is upon us. 2 rings, the ultimate battleground. Submitters surrender. Anything goes.
This isn't germ warfare. This isn't nuclear war. This is physical war. Hand-to-hand combat.
All right.
Jimmy looks like he lost a few wars.
Now back to Michael Buffer for those all-important words as we prepare for the ultimate battleground.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the 1995 Fall Brawl and the War Games, there's only one thing left to say. From Asheville, North Carolina, let's get ready to rumble!
World Championship Wrestling comes alive in 95. And now it'll be 1 man from each team for 5 minutes. Right now, Randy Anderson reminding the Hulkamaniacs of their chore. They got to send 1 man in for 5 minutes to go one-on-one against a member of the Dungeon of Doom. Who's it going to be here?
Everybody wants in.
It's going to be Sting. Sting's first. And who's going to be first for the Dungeon of Doom?
Who would you send?
Well, it's Shark. 5 minutes. One-on-one. Here we go.
I don't know if I'd keep my biggest man to the end.
After the 5 minutes, we'll have a coin toss. And then whoever wins the coin toss will get the 2-on-1 advantage. And Shark doing the right thing. You got 5 minutes. Beat the stuffing out of him. That's what you got to do. That's what this is all about. Forget about a headlock.
Beat the stuffing out of him. What do you think, he's an old chair?
I remember it wasn't too long ago in this sport, someone said, you better grab a headlock. Well, you better not right now.
You better grab your health insurance policy and make sure it's paid up. Ooh. Oh!
500 pounds on the pectoralis majors.
That's no little minnow stepping on your chest. That's a shark.
Absolutely. Sting and Shark.
Chewing, biting his way.
So much at stake. And you can imagine what's going to happen when Hogan gets in there and all the members of the Dungeon of Doom are in there. And where's the Giant? You know he's here.
You know he's here someplace.
We saw the monster truck at the beginning.
The giant monster truck.
Sting! Incredible maneuver.
That's one thing about Sting. He's like Savage. There's no reverse gear. He just keeps coming at you and coming at you. I admire the man's ability in that ring and what he's accomplished. There goes his back.
You're not kidding.
Put that song on my achy breaky back.
The camera shots from inside the battleground from ace veteran cameraman Jackie Rocket.
Only man dumb enough to get in there.
Only man brave enough.
No, I said dumb enough.
Yeah, okay, you tell him that. He's right in the middle. And meanwhile, Sting, I don't think that was really a wise move on Sting's part to try to body slam this big guy early.
If you want him in body slam, wait till a couple of your teams in there, and both of you pick him up.
Remember, it's going to be about what?
Sting is hurt.
It's going to be about 17 minutes of wrestling before all men are in.
Sting may not make it.
The big bear hug.
You know, usually wrestlers don't favor their backs. They don't want anybody to know how bad and how sore their backs are. Sting went right to it. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's hurt.
I'll let you know they will send a man to the west end of the arena at the entranceway. They're almost having a fight out there right now. And they will toss a coin at the end of this period to see who will get that one-man advantage throughout War Games.
Now this is a very smart move by the Shark. He's wearing down Stinger. He's wearing down this man. But, or is Sting Goldberg? Has he got another plan in the back of his mind?
2 minutes. Is that 2 minutes remaining, I heard, or 3 minutes remaining? 3 minutes remaining in the first period.
Now they can go to either ring at any time, right?
They can do anything they want, Brain.
Anything they want.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, this don't look good.
That's a fish out of water. Whoa! Sting holding off and punting the big guy.
He just coughed up a canoe. Who knows what this man swallows in his average day?
I don't know. Here goes Sting again. Oh, my goodness, he caught him.
He went to the dock one too many times.
And Shark. Methodically, slowly.
That'll get you in your lower gill.
Boy, you're not kidding. And Sting helping the Shark into ring 2.
Boy, a taxidermist's dream. Bringing that man, put him up on the wall.
Would you stop? And Sting now into the midsection with a boot. Sting fighting for all he's worth.
You'd have to stuff him with a Winnebago.
Shark into the corner. Sting kicks him in the leg. And again, you see the time remaining. This is in what, the first period?
And there's Meng, owner of the Golden Spike. And his thumb is heavily taped there, as you can see. Look at this, look at this.
All right, we're at the 10-second mark now, I understand, for the first period.
He can't turn him. Who's next? Who's next? Zodiac.
The coin toss made.
Yes.
And it's going to be the Dungeon of Doom with the advantage.
Sting is taken. He's using everything. He's using the cage. He's using the top of the cage. He's using the sides of the cage. He's using both rings. This is one fight for survival.
It's 2-on-1 basically for 2 minutes here now. Shark and Zodiac. And this is where the Dungeon of Doom can really set the tone for this remainder of this match, Brain.
They've got the advantage right here.
They can literally take Sting out for the remainder of the match.
And they can take their time doing it.
Yeah.
Don't rush anything. Take your time to take him out.
All right. What'll happen at the end of this 2-minute period, fans, is that the Hulkamaniacs will get another man to even up the score 2-on-2.
It won't be Hogan. He doesn't want to be in there. He doesn't want to have any part of this war. His idea of war is playing cards.
I don't believe that, and neither do the fans watching this telecast.
Jimmy Hart out there cheerleading, waving the red, white, and blue. But Sting needs more help than that.
Hogan, Luger, Macho Man on the outside.
45 seconds remaining.
All right, 45 to go in this second period.
Who will be next?
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds to go. Looks like it's going to be the Macho Man coming in next. Sting! Zodiac went down, Shark did not.
That big fish in there weighs over 500 pounds, pal, or close to it. Savage. Too dumb to know when to quit. He wants in there.
Sting hits hard and goes down equally as hard.
The period is over. The 2-minute period is over. We go to period 3.
The Macho Man comes in. We're now even 2 apiece.
Look at this. Savage is fighting a war he's not going to win.
This is the man I want to have on my team, guys.
This man takes no prisoners.
It's Berserko. Look, forget about it. He's not letting go. Oh, look on the outside. They're grabbing the arm of Sting.
This is war, Tony.
They're reaching through the cage to try to further injure Sting.
This is war.
See, what happens is Sting gets worn down, and it's still basically a 2-on-1 because Sting cannot help the Macho Man. That's why that coin toss is so important.
So important. I wouldn't be surprised if they use flamethrowers before this is all over. And Sting still back on his feet. 1 minute.
1 minute to go in this period, and then we will have a member of the Dungeon of Doom, and that will give the Dungeon of Doom an advantage of 3-on-2. Oh, what a fight.
Who do you think it'll be, Kamala or Ming? I think it'll be Ming.
Well, it looks, and I'm looking over the entranceway, the way the Taskmaster is talking to Kamala, I believe it's going to be Kamala.
See, I'd say my big men for the end. I think I'd have started out with Zodiac. Then I'd have gone to Ming. Then I'd have gone to Kamala. Then I'd have gone to the Shark.
30 seconds remaining.
30-second mark. Meanwhile, the Macho Man getting leveled on the outside. Nick Patrick, the referee on the outside, one of the referees. There's basically nothing he can do.
They're trying to tear Savage's hip out.
There
His
you
leg
see
is
the
hanging under
time
there.
clock.
15.
15-second mark. Here we go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here comes Kamala.
Oh, he's in the cage.
And the Dungeon of Doom up now 3-2, and Sting at the mercy of Shark and Kamala. Oh.
Now look at Kamala. He seems comfortable in the cage. He's safe in the cage. This is where he likes to fight. This is where he wants to rip and tear. He is at home now. He is back in the jungle.
The Macho Man getting the licks in on Zodiac, but he has to look behind now. Oh, the big guy, Shark.
You know, and I thought the Shark might be out of gas by now.
Not at all.
The way the tempo of this match has been going on, but no. Look at that, they're still in control. The Dungeon of Doom is in control.
3-on-2. And Sting and the Macho Man getting leveled here.
And where's the coward Hogan? Is he under the ring yet?
Yeah, you'll see. The next exchange.
1 minute remaining.
The next exchange will be a Hulkamaniac coming in.
It'll be Luger. Hogan will con him into getting in the ring so he don't have to.
Under a minute now, and the Macho Man and Sting getting wasted.
"30 seconds remaining in this period."
The 30-second mark.
Kamala's down.
And Sting's fighting back. But
Sting is still fighting.
He's outmanned, though. He is outmanned. There's nothing he can do in the battleground.
7.
Well, he's a little anti-aircraft gun in there with 2 big tanks.
It's going to be Luger.
3, 2, 1.
Here comes Luger. The total package.
Look, he goes right after both of them.
Yes, he did. No backing away from Lex Luger.
There's
He
900.
ducks.
900,000 pounds right there. He levels with those big, big guns. And Savage is back on his feet.
Here's the double team. Sending Zodiac's head crashing to the steel.
Yes.
Yes, no.
The Macho Man up top. Not much elevation there. With a double axe handle, and down goes Shark. Oh, this is the competition, and this is the fierce fighting that WCW is noted for. You're watching it exclusively on Fall Brawl, our fall tradition.
And it's only Ming left.
1 minute to go.
And Hulk Hogan. So there's no mystery anymore. As soon as Ming gets in there.
Remember, if the Hulkamaniacs win, it's going to be Hogan, Taskmaster all alone.
Or is one of Hulk Hogan's Hulkamaniacs going to turn on him? Is he going to desert Hulk Hogan? I would.
Oh, I know you would.
You would too if you knew him like I do.
30 seconds remaining.
I know him. The 30-second mark. Now remember, Ming will be coming in, the final man of the Dungeon of Doom, and that will give the Dungeon their final one-man advantage at 4-on-3. Right now, though, the Hulkamaniacs are taking command.
Seconds.
I'll tell you, that Shark is down.
10, 9, 8.
That time, Luger inadvertently hit Savage in the back of the
Here we
head.
go, here
And we
we
got
go.
a fight with Luger and Savage.
And look at Sting, he's trying to stop it.
Luger and Savage going at it, and that was inadvertent.
Yeah, you think it was inadvertent. I don't.
This is not good. This is not good because they are down one man and they're fighting each other.
Divided, they'll never win this.
You're right.
They'll never come close if they split up.
They've got to settle their differences after this is over if they want to win. And Ming is just mowing through them.
Hey, look at Kamala just standing there watching Ming take him apart like a Vegematic. He has peeled, he has diced, he has sliced. He's done everything he's been asked of.
One more man remains, and that is Hulk Hogan. And he'll have to come in with his Hulkamaniacs at a stern disadvantage.
Boy, his stomach's got to be in a knot right now.
There he is.
Come on, guys.
This has been tough. Can they regroup? Can they pull together and win it all?
There's trouble on Hogan's team, though.
You're not kidding.
Big trouble.
They are down 4-3, and they are being beaten all around.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute. Here we go.
Wait till Hogan gets in him. Let's just see what happens. Now, if I was Kamala and Ming, and I was the Shark and Zodiac, I'd form a circle. I'd make sure when Hogan got in that ring, he was surrounded. He couldn't put the wagons anyplace. And then you'd move in closer, and you'd move in from each side, and you'd smother him.
The Dungeon of Doom. They've been waiting for this moment, and right now it seems that they've succeeded. It seems they have dominated this one at the 30-second mark. The final war game period, and then the match beyond begins. And they will battle until one man of either team submits or surrenders.
It was amazing how the temper flared with Savage and Luger.
Seconds.
Oh!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Here we go!
cage, 1. It's over now.
Hulk Hogan, turn around.
What's that? What is that?
Hey, it's war!
The dirtiest, lowest, cheapest move I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah!
What is that smell? What is that?
Hulk Hogan going right now to Shark. He's leveled everybody.
That smells like napalm or gunpowder.
Whatever it is, it's working. The Hulkster chopping Zodiac.
Zodiac's like a slinky spring.
It's caught. I love it.
Kamala doesn't know where he's at.
The Macho Man helping matters out.
Kamala's never smelled anything like this.
Double axe handle Lex Luger. The match beyond is now underway.
They've come prepared for war.
Submission or surrender. Zodiac still caught in the middle.
Tell you, they've got to regroup. Taskmaster has to get them all to one corner and have a talk with them.
Head first goes Ming. Hulk paired off the Shark. Gonna send him into the corner. You're in there with him.
Whoa.
Zodiac helps Lex Luger and then gets raked.
Hogan's been like a one-man platoon.
Who's gonna win War Games? Who's gonna give up? The referees are checking. Sting and first goes Ming.
It's kind of like Bosnia in a cage.
I don't know about that. But it is wild, and you're watching it live.
And look at the Taskmaster. What can be going through his mind? The Hulkamaniacs win. He's got to get in that cage with Hulk Hogan all by his lonesome.
It is going to take the Hulkamaniacs or the Dungeon of Doom to get 3 of the other teammates down and then work on one man. Quadruple team the man, if you will. Kamala goes in head first.
It seems like Savage and Luger have regrouped now. And Savage will come at you from any end.
Here they go, triple team on Zodiac. Sting getting hit on the other side. Zodiac thrown into the top.
Oh, what's here? What's here?
He slapped Hogan, and Hogan got bucked up that time.
Yeah, but Luger's not going to do nothing to Hogan because Luger's got a title shot coming up down the road.
Sting being double teamed. And now Hogan and Luger helping him. One cohesive unit right now, the Hulkamaniacs. Once all 4 men were in, they finally put their differences aside, and now they're going at it.
Look at Savage, never stopping. Continually, just keep moving in that ring.
Shark goes down, Ming is down.
Hogan's running for high water, high land, high Hawaii, someplace.
Hogan and Zodiac. Zodiac in to the cage again. Hogan. Reverse chin lock.
That hold made famous by the Sheik.
The referee checking. Has it given up or yet or not? He's got it on. No, he's not. Yes, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Oh, no.
Yes, he did.
The winners of the War Games 1995, the Hulkamania.
Hey, the Taskmaster's leaving. Somebody get him.
Doug Dillinger's security is telling him he's got to get back in there. What are you going to do?
Nope.
Spank him?
Kevin, turn around, Taskmaster. You've wanted this.
And you know what happens if he don't get back in there? They'll fine him and suspend him. He'll be done here.
Security. We need more security. We need more security to get the Taskmaster in the ring.
He knows what's going to happen. He knows he'll be suspended. That was the deal of this match. That was the deal he signed for. Hogan wins. Hogan gets him. He backs out. He's finished here. He's caught between a rock and a hard place.
The Taskmaster trying his best. The referee is there. It's part of the deal. Get in there, fella. Sting.
Sting said, I'll get him back in. Bring him to me.
Well, come to mama.
face Hulk Hogan.
But don't forget, this Taskmaster is fresh. Kevin Sullivan is a wrestler. He is fresh.
Head first goes the Taskmaster.
Come on, Taskmaster. Dungeon of Doom, don't leave him. Stay here with him. They're retreating. They're going to the back.
All alone, Hogan.
Boy, he's dribbling like Dennis Rodman dribbles a basketball.
And the Taskmaster. This is what he wanted. This is payback for the Giant choking him down twice in the Dungeon of Doom.
He wants out.
This is payback for what happened to that prize Harley Davidson given to him by the fans back in July. That happened earlier. This is payback for everything. Hulk Hogan and the Taskmaster. All the frustration being taken out on one man. Everyone.
Okay, Hogan, you proved yourself. You guys got a lucky victory.
And everyone has left him alone. All the members of the Dungeon of Doom, all the members of the Hulkamaniacs, letting him go at it. One-on-one.
Kevin Sullivan's got a welt between his eyes, about an inch sticking out. His head's been bounced off that cage so much.
Oh, Hogan's gonna untape those fists now.
And choke him with the tape.
That's
I know
exactly
this
what
man.
he's gonna do.
Come on, come on. Do something, Taskmaster.
The big foot.
Uh-oh.
Here, oh.
Don't anybody leave this set.
We need security right now.
You need the United Nations is what you need.
The Giant has got the referee.
Look at the size of this man. Oh, do I remember this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look at the size of him. The largest man I've ever seen. Look at the agility.
Wait till Hogan sees this man.
Look out. The Giant has Hulk Hogan.
I've seen that before. Turn him around so you can look at him eye to eye.
Hogan down, Amy.
No effect, nothing. Ring the bell again, nothing.
The Giant all alone with Hulk Hogan.
You know what this means, Tony? You know what this means? It means Hulkamania, nothing. Giants won.
The fans are chanting for Hogan. Now to come back. I don't know if he...
Oh, he about unscrewed his head like a bottle of cheap whiskey. I remember those boots. I remember those trunks.
Finally, the Hulkamaniacs come back.
I can't see from here. I hear somebody coming out. Hogan is laid out. Luger's back. Savage is back. But Hogan is out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hogan is down.
He hasn't moved a muscle. This man might be watching the end of Hulkamania right here.
The way he grabbed the Giant, grabbed that neck, and twisted the head. Look at that man.
Hogan could have some permanent damage. Oh, my, excited now. Yes!
The Hulkamaniacs have come back out, and this man towering over 7'4".
Paramedics to ringside, please. We need a physician at ringside, please,
Hogan's
right away.
in serious trouble. You know, when a man that's big, man stands 7'4", weighs close to 400, 500 pounds, and just takes you by your head and just whips it around like that. Get that camera, get in the ambulance, because I'll guarantee you something, Tony. Hogan's going to the hospital.
He crushed his motorcycle at the beginning of the evening, and now may have crushed a lot more than that.
I've been waiting for this day. I've been waiting for this day.
For me, Gene Okerlund, and for Bobby the Brain Heenan, I'm Tony Schiavone. We hate to leave you this way, but we'll see you tomorrow night on Nitro.
The immortal Hulk Hogan!